Welcome back to the Podcast. Today is Friday, February the 6th. We're back for the podcast.
We're back. We're together. It's been like, I think it's been like 2 or 3 weeks since you've podded. It's been a minute.
I mean, I'm the pod about.
There's been stuff to pod about. There's been games to react to and all of that. Come on. I podcasted by myself once a week ago because there really wasn't much to talk about. And I gave you, and you couldn't, I think you were sick or something of the sort, and you couldn't come. And then this week, there isn't much to talk about. We have the trade deadline that just happened. I have a couple things I want to talk about from there. And then, obviously, we have the Super Bowl that's coming up. And I do want to talk about the NFL honors winners. Talk about those and see if we have any differences on what we thought about that. Drewski, as much as I like him, I kind of hated what he did last night.
What did he do?
Wasn't a big fan of that. We'll talk about that. We'll get there. And Super Bowl preview. Anything like that, maybe might mention the fact that I want to go across state lines to make a head or tails bet. But other than that, we don't really have a lot to talk about today. So let's go ahead and get to it, and hopefully have a fun time doing this thing. So let's get into things. So let's start with the NBA. Only a couple trades I really wanted to talk about, and I'll give you a choice, Jace. Would you rather talk about Giannis first or Harden?
I understand the Giannis one less, so let's start about that one.
Okay.
Not understand it less. I just don't get why he wasn't traded.
Giannis pretty much announced, he never said it with his own words, but via media and all of that, it is pretty much news that he, over the last few weeks, actually months or so, that Giannis has pretty much been ready to get traded from Milwaukee to go to a more winning situation. And nothing really came of it up until these last 2 weeks where Milwaukee finally decided, hey, we'll start listening to calls and doing all of that. And then as the trade deadline was approaching, it was getting the last couple days, it really came down to Golden State being a team that could trade for him. I think it was Golden State. Who were the other two teams? It was
the Golden State, the Knicks,
and there was one other. I think it was Atlanta.
It was the Timberwolves. But they had nothing to give.
And I thought Atlanta was in on it too. I think Miami was trying to as well.
I think Atlanta, yes, it was Atlanta and Miami, and I think it was another team, but it was
the main ones are Golden State and the Knicks.
Yes, the problem with the other ones was Atlanta had nothing left to give. They didn't really have any fucking picks. They didn't have much to give them.
They had the one player they have that's really good, the Johnson dude. They weren't going to give him up for anything. So
and then the Timberwolves literally had nothing to give up. They had nothing to give anybody because they had looked out for a lot of trades. They wanted a couple different players. They had nothing to give to people.
Yep.
Timberwolves, Atlanta, and Miami. Miami was in the same boat.
Miami doesn't really have anything.
We got nothing to give.
Right. Player-wise, do they really have anybody they're willing to give up?
True, but they also are a play-in team, so the fact they got nobody is crazy.
Again, they wanted to try to get a star, and if not that, they weren't going to. Because, again, who wants fucking Tyler Hero at this point? There was a one time where he was a hot player that people actually wanted, and now it's fallen off.
When they should have fucking traded him.
Yeah.
And got something. Now, I think he's still averaging 21 a night.
He's fine, but there's nobody's thinking.
He's not a superstar.
He's not, especially with what he's getting paid. It's also just not going to work.
I don't know if he's that good or if he's just throwing up shots.
No doubt.
Because Bam is very good.
Bam is their best player.
Bam is a dog. Bam is he's that guy.
And they're not going to give him up. He's the identity of their team. So that's the one guy they're not going to give up.
But Tyler Hero, I don't think is as good as people think he is.
No. Again, I don't even think teams think he's that good. I want
to check his field goal percentages because I'm starting to feel like he's just kind of throwing up shots.
He is a DC. I think he's a good player, but it's just when it comes to winning a championship, can he be your 1 or even 2 option? Probably, maybe he'll be a low end 2 option, but he's nowhere near, especially with what he's getting paid. It didn't make sense that he was going to be a part of any type of trade when it came to Giannis. So we were kind of halfway talking about this before we started potting. Is what did you your main question was what did Milwaukee want? So from what I read, they wanted not only a young blue chip player to come back to them to kind of keep their team at least being competitive, but they also wanted a bunch of picks and all of that. It's like when you're trading a guy like Giannis that's still in the height of his powers. He's 31 years old?
Tyler Hero's actually pretty efficient. He's pretty efficient.
What is it? What's the percentages?
He's 49%.
From the field?
Yeah.
That's not bad at all.
No, it's...
How much is he averaging per game?
I was right. I was on the dot.
21? Okay. That's not bad at all.
That's not bad. 90%.
But he's nothing defensively. He literally is a negative defensively.
Is plus or minus, he's negative 3.4.
Yeah, not surprised.
So he's actually hurting the team. He's only played 11 games this year.
So injured too. Doesn't help.
No.
Dang, that's kind of. Oh, see, there you go. The fact that he's injured doesn't help it either. But no team really wants him for what the money he's getting paid to do so. So they wanted.
He's only played 11 games. He is a below average shooter.
Oh, there you go.
Before that, he was averaging 44%, 43, 44, 43.
From the field?
42. Yeah.
From the field, it's not terrible.
Yeah, but
what is he from three? Is he somewhere around 30%?
What's good?
Like 30% is pretty much like if you're a guard, you have to be sitting around 30.
From three, he's better. 35%, 37, 39. From three, he is better.
Okay, so
he'd be a
that
great,
is good.
just straight 3-point shooter, but anything
that's not his game.
That's not that. He's not great at.
He's a dribbler, dude. He does not want to just kind of like.
No, he dribbles the air of the ball.
Yeah, he's not one of those like can just catch and shoot guys. That's not even what his game is. Like if you tried to make him that, it wouldn't work because he's a guy that likes to shoot off the dribble. So like again, not a guy we ever thought was going to be a real option in a Giannis trade. But no, they wanted a blue chip, the Milwaukee Bucks blue chip player, plenty of draft picks back and everything. Obviously, Giannis being at the height of his powers, I think he was averaging like close to 30 points a game, around 10. I think he's close to triple double when it comes to what his averages were. So, am I crazy for thinking that they never wanted to trade him in the first place?
No.
Obviously, maybe it's not crazy to think that like. In their heart of hearts, they do not want to get rid of Giannis because he is their best player. And without him, it's not a place that you can like guarantee to sign free agents to come and like at least a star of his caliber.
Guarantee you're not signing it.
So you'd have to draft somebody again, which is one of those things. Like again, that's like what you have to do if you're a place like that. But here's my thing. I think this is Giannis's fault. What? So when the trade deadline goes by. And nothing happens. I think it was pretty much news hours before that they did not intend on trading him whatsoever. Okay? And then after the trade deadline goes, what does Giannis tweet out? But I think it was some quote as in like true superstars don't chase, they attract. Mm-hmm. I think Giannis is a part of the problem. Because I think if Giannis wanted to go, if he really just strong-armed his way into going, he could go. Right? If he threw I'm not saying go as far as like Harden, which we'll get to him in a minute, but like go as far as like, hey, I want to go, make it very clear, say it with your own words and not just be it like rumblings through the media that, hey, it's time for me to go. I need to go be in a winning situation. That's not how this goes. In the NBA, if a star player of that caliber wants to go, they end up going. By hook or by crook, it happens, right? But I think Giannis's number one thing that he wants to do, again, it's admirable to a certain extent. I think he doesn't want to be a bad guy. I don't think he wants to be hated by the city of Milwaukee. But here's the thing. I don't think the city would hate him if he decided to leave. Am I crazy for thinking that?
No, they're not.
I think he brought them a championship, so it wasn't like he didn't bring them what he was supposed to. Again, he went well and beyond what anybody ever thought he was going to do as a member of the Milwaukee Bucks. But I think he is so against being hated at all, like the LeBron kind of aspect where he doesn't want everyone to look like a bad guy, that I think he's made the situation worse. Like, if he was just a strong arm, like not strong arm, but make it very clear with his own words that he wants to go and it's time, Milwaukee would have no choice but to do so. And I think it'll make it easier on everybody. But now he's putting the fans and the team on the will he, won't he thing, right? Now it's going to, because this has been a going question for years now on when will Giannis decide he wants to go and be a part of a winning situation. Because let's be honest, ever since they won their championship, it's pretty much been a sinking ship. But I think with Giannis being so against looking like a bad guy, I think he's keeping everybody on the hook.
I agree.
Does that make? Am I being too? I think this is Giannis' fault. I really do. Because again, I just don't think Milwaukee's never gonna. If he was in Dallas if he was with the Lakers, if he was with the Knicks, he was with Miami. If he was on one of those teams that are big markets and that are long-standing franchises that have more avenues to success than what a place like Milwaukee does, I don't think he'd have to try as hard to get traded if he made it very clear to the team that I want to get traded, okay? Same thing as KD. Like, KD has never really truly, like, had to go out there and, like, act a fool to get traded to go from one place to the other. He's been able to do it in a very low-key way where really nobody other than OKC probably truly hates him for it, okay? But when you're in a place like Milwaukee, you have to be an asshole because they want to hold on to you so bad.
We won't talk about podcast. Never mind.
I didn't want to get into a KD point. I really didn't. But I was just kind of as my comparison.
It was not a KD point. It was something else.
Okay.
That you're gonna find funny.
I'm gonna find funny. Okay. I mean, we could talk about it on pod if you want to.
Sure.
Is this gonna take us down a crazy rabbit hole that we don't need to go down?
It might.
Should we get through this and then the Harden thing? Then you can try to take us on the rabbit hole.
That's up to you, gang.
We'll do that. We'll get to the two main things I wanted to talk about, and then we can go down your rabbit hole.
Sure.
You're saying this as if it would be better if we just do it now.
Just say it might be.
All right, go.
There's a lot of names in the Epstein files, but Michael Jackson's ain't.
Okay, I didn't want to get on this rabbit hole yet.
I'm sorry. I was just thinking about it. There's a lot of names in the Epstein files, and his ain't one of them.
Okay. What does that matter?
I feel like it should be, right?
No. He can attract. He doesn't need to go to an island. He can bring little kids to his place because he had a zoo at his...
I don't know.
What do you mean? He had Neverland. Like, that was a whole thing. Like, he had a bunch of, like, real animals on his property. And what supposedly he liked to do with children, he can bring them to him. He did not have to go on Epstein's Island to get to scratch that itch, allegedly. Scratch that itch doesn't sound right now that when I said it. Is that all you had to say?
Apparently a new file came out.
Yeah, recently. Yeah, and people's names have been coming out about it. Tony Hawk recently, his name got mentioned, which was kind of crazy for me to see. And then he had to, he tried to have some type of thing he tweeted out saying, why it proves that he wasn't doing anything nefarious. But I'm like, once your name's on there, you're pretty much it's almost like a black mark on you, on your record. Because nobody's truly ever going to know. Because it's this is not one of those things that's going to be tried in the court of law to where you can prove what it is or is not true. It's really just the court of public opinion. But yeah, all right. If that's all you had, then I should be able to go back to business here. Unless you had something else. No? Yes? Don't smile like that and then not say a word. Hello?
Sorry, just
I'm trying to get some confirmation of whether to go back to the Giannis thing or not. Why do you do this? This is such great podcasting, having all this dead space.
I'm physically reading the Epstein files now.
Okay, I'm just gonna go back. I'm gonna go back to doing the Giannis thing.
Whatever.
Main point, Giannis. I think this is his fault. I really do. I think he's keeping everybody on the hook, and I think when he's at a place like Milwaukee that is so desperate to have a superstar of his caliber, I think if you want to tear the Band-Aid off, you have to fucking tear it. You cannot just sit there and do the will he, won't he thing. Because if they have an opportunity to keep you or get rid of you, they're going to keep you because there's no guarantee they'll ever have a guy of your caliber ever again. So I think that Giannis wanting to be a hero so much, I think it will end up making him a villain long term because he's not willing just to rip the Band-Aid off and just make it easy on everybody by making his wants and desires very clear and making Milwaukee have to tear the Band-Aid off. So I think that's my main thing because Giannis needs to go, he's so good. Him having MVP numbers, he needs to go win. And what makes it worse is that now he says that, but Milwaukee is still planning on shutting him down for the year and then trying to trade him in the offseason. But now there's a bunch of time that now Giannis is still sticking with the team that he can still keep giving them mixed messages as to whether he actually wants to leave or not. So this is only prolonging the issue, and then now it's going to give Milwaukee even more of a chance to think they can convince him that staying there is the best thing for everybody. So I just think overall, I think it's really Giannis's fault that all of this is happening. I think it'll make this a lot more messy in the end because he is not willing to take some people off in his pursuit to go play in a better place, in a better spot to, make use of his talents in a winning situation. All right, now on to the Harden thing, okay? This is on the way on the other side, and I go from Giannis being a guy that I understand what he's trying to do, but I think he's doing it the wrong way, to Harden, where I think I'm totally against him in every aspect of how he decides to handle himself, both professionally and then actually off the court and on the court. Because when it comes to Harden, is there, how do I say this? Is there more of a drastic, the worst individuals when it comes to when the games don't matter, he's at his best. When the games matter most, he's at his worst. Yeah. And then every time anything gets hard, he is the first one to get the fuck out.
Yes.
And that's when it comes to money. That's when it comes to the situation, if things start getting a little hairy socially with other players. And when he does decide he wants to leave, he is not one to do it the quiet and good and like more clean way. He will put on a fat suit and let himself gain a bunch of weight in pursuit of getting out, or take himself out in this most recent thing where he just took himself out of the lineup because they wouldn't pay him his money. This dude has now, I think he's been on 6 different teams now. In all those situations, he has quit on all of them. Except for OKC.
I was about to say.
OKC is the only one where like you have to give it was his time to go, and OKC was the one that's quit on that situation because they didn't want to pay him the money that he deserved, being the 6th man there, and they decided that they wanted to save money rather than keep him around to potentially have a go to the multiple finals and win with KD and Russell Westbrook there. Other than that, it's all been on Harden. He has had multiple opportunities and multiple good spots where he has been the best player. He's had very good seasons. He, honestly, when it comes to what his numbers are, he will go down as a Hall of Famer. Easy. In the NBA, especially in the NBA Hall of Fame, where it's very easy to get in. But even still, Harden is when it comes to 2 guards in NBA history, he is probably in the top 10. When it comes to his numbers, when it comes to actual regular season numbers and what he has done on the basketball court, I think he's won an MVP, right?
Yes.
He's also won an MVP. And he did play in 1 finals with OKC as a 6th man, but as a main guy, he's never been there. So when you're talking about guys of his caliber and what he has done, he's run from every situation, and in the biggest moments he's come up short. I have these stats for you for Harden that makes this abundantly clear of how flat out ass he has been throughout his postseason career, okay? So, I'm comparing these 4 players. Harden, James Harden, LeBron James, Steph Curry, and KD. All right? And I have 5 different stats for you to kind of do this. So, career playoff games. Mm-hmm. Harden's at 173. LeBron is like way ahead of everybody at 292. Steph is at 155 and KD is at 170. So Harden with James, with Steph and KD, he's pretty close. James is way ahead. So in those games, when it comes to games with as many playoff games with as many turnovers as field goals made, Harden has 42. LeBron James has 17. Steph has 13. And KD has 7. And let me mention this beforehand. I got all these stats from First Things First, a show on FS1. Very good show if you're a good sports, if you really love sports. One of the best shows out, at least television shows out there, talking about sports and all that. So make sure you go to that. But I got this from there because I heard it and I'm like, this is insane. So now next one. Playoff games with under 5 field goals made. Harden, 55. LeBron James, 9. Steph, 8. And KD, 4.
With under?
under 5 baskets made.
That's crazy.
Next one, career playoff games with under 4 baskets made. James Harden, 35. LeBron James, 5. Steph, 3. KD, 2. And last but not least, playoff games with under 3 baskets made. Harden, 22. LeBron James, 2. Steph, 1. KD, 0. How fucking insane is that? That's insane. That's literally, you can look at it. That's insane.
Literally, like, dude.
That's insane.
20 more than the next closest person with under 3.
And this includes LeBron, who's played almost double the amount of playoff games.
30 more than the next closest person with under 4. He has 42 more with the next person under 5. He has 34 more with under. The fuck is this? As many turnovers as field goals. And he has more playoff games than Steph.
Yeah.
And more than KD.
KD's 170 playoff games.
That's still 3 more than KD.
Oh, dang. Okay, there you go.
He's the second most playoffs on this list.
And he trumps everybody, even LeBron, who's played almost double the amount of playoff games.
Yeah.
Like, that's insane. Like, for Harden, that he has underperformed, way more than underperformed. I think that's almost being nice to him. In all of his playoff situations, in most of the spots where, because he's had opportunities to where he can get to the finals. Him and Chris Paul. Chris Paul got hurt, but in the last game, Harden played like ass.
He did. Yeah, he was fucking.
And he missed like 20-something field goals in that game. There was another opportunity where it was him and, let's say after that they got him and Westbrook together. That didn't work out, and it was terrible. Even though they were friends before, and then it was supposed to work out, and then him and Westbrook just never worked out. And then he goes to Brooklyn. KD carries that team by himself again. Again, this is not a KD conference. I don't want to go down that road. But Harden's on that court too. Harden's on that court too. All Harden has to do is be a willing participant in the game, and they probably win that game against the Bucks. And the Bucks went on to win the whole NBA Finals that year. All KD needed was a guy to act like he really wanted to be in the game, and Harden couldn't. Again, Harden was playing through an injury, but at this time, players play through injuries. It is what it is, right? And then he goes from there to go to Philly. Philly doesn't want to pay him the money he thinks he deserves, and then he pretty much goes to China and talks to a bunch of kids that probably don't know what he's saying, to make a claim that I'll never play for that GM again because he didn't pay me what he's supposed to pay me. And then now this situation where he just wanted to get paid again, and because none of his money is guaranteed, like I think he's supposed to get like 40-something million, but only 13 million is guaranteed. So he was trying to get a new deal, and the Clippers were like, no, we're not going to pay anybody past 2027 because we might have to rebuild this whole thing because of where you are in your career, where Kawhi is. So we're not going to pay anybody past 2027. So he throws a bitch fit there, takes himself out of the lineup, and then when he's talked to media afterwards, he's like, I never asked for a trade. But I'm like, you did fucking everything else.
You did everything except explicitly say it.
He showed up to a college basketball game between Arizona and Arizona State that night and didn't show up at the actual basketball game that he was supposed to be in Arizona playing against Phoenix. So I'm like, you take yourself out of the lineup and you pull this shit, and then when everybody looks at you, it's like it's almost like he feels like he's one of those other guys, James, Steph, and KD. At least those guys have done something in the NBA to warrant them feeling like they're that dude. But James Harden, if it's not in the regular season, he hasn't done shit. And he's run from every hard situation ever when it comes to money, when it comes to on the team. He has never stuck it out ever. And he has never been the guy to be like, hey, I'm going to be the dude to stick around here, and I'm going to be the reason we're going to be good. It's not. The Rockets gave him everything he wanted when he was in Houston. They gave him everything he wanted.
Yeah. They were letting him chuck up 50 shots.
They were letting him chuck up the shots. They got guys when he wanted them. When they got Dwight Howard, I think they had Dwight at one point, right? They brought in Chris Paul. They brought in Russell Westbrook. They got you all the dudes you wanted. Like, they did everything for you they could.
A lot of their failings were because of him.
Right.
Of the offense ran through him, and when he was asked, the whole fucking team was asked.
Exactly.
Because you were the one you chucked up more than half their shots a night. You're talking the years where he was with the Rockets, he was at his best.
Yeah.
But he wasn't. He was trash.
In the playoffs, like always.
I don't know. His percentages were awful. Like, he would shoot probably about 50% every year, which is good.
Yeah.
Until you realize this motherfucker put up 49 shots.
Yeah. Is that winning basketball in the end? And it doesn't turn out to be.
He put up 49 shots. He made 28 of them, so all it did was balance out. But, like, he went 0 for 13 in the first quarter.
When he was with Philly, he was with a healthy Joel Embiid, helped Joel Embiid go win an MVP. Really, that was because Harden was giving the ball to him and making sure efficient. He was facilitating. But the money thing then turned it to where he didn't want to be there no more. So I'm just sitting there like,
I don't know. I think he's at a point in his career to where you are not the guy that can pay that much money no more. I think Philly would, because I think that the year after he left, they got Tyrese Maxey.
No, Tyrese Maxey was already there.
I know this nigga left for no reason.
Again, they had a good team, and he just said, hey, that they don't want to pay me the money I deserve. Because I think before that, he took a pay cut with them telling him, hey, we'll pay you on your next contract. We'll give you more money to make up for that. And they didn't want to when the rubber hit the road, and he decided, I'm out. But I'm sitting here like, when you keep doing this shit and you keep leaving all these situations, the only thing that's the same is fucking you. Mm-hmm. And then nobody's going to be like caping up for you thinking that you're supposed to be that guy. And there was a time where people were looking at Harden thinking he might be one of the best players of all time without a championship. And now that's because of stuff like shit like that throughout him leaving all these teams and then him not doing shit in the playoffs.
That's crazy.
That's astronomically bad. That's astronomically bad. That's why I had to say them, because like when I heard them on the show, I'm like, this is insane. And again, these are guys that are his peers. Again, James, Steph, and KD are all much better players than him. But when it comes to the stats and what they are on the court throughout their primes, he's right there with all of them. He has an MVP. Like, he's doing the same things as all these other guys. So I just think that when you're looking at your other peers and what they're doing in the playoffs in comparison to what you are, and it's so astronomically different, and this is just fucking showing up, going to make baskets. Like, we're not talking about being, like, scoring 30 points. We're just talking about making 3 goddamn baskets in a goddamn basketball game. And he failed to do that in 22 playoff games. Him being the superstar that he is that's insane. Insane. It lacks so much self-awareness on his part that I'm just like, it's insane how bad of a situation that is.
I agree.
But yeah, so two very different situations where I think Giannis is like overdone what he is supposed to do in his spot, and Harden has been given so many opportunities to cape up and have big moments, and he has came up short in all of them. Yeah. And it almost seems like he never takes real responsibility, because when things start getting hard, he's not going to be the guy to stick around and want to be the reason that things change. He's going to be the first guy to get a bus ticket out of town. Yeah. So like that's insane that this whole Harden thing, and now him going to Cleveland, getting to the actual trade that spurred this whole situation, this whole talk. Why would Cleveland trade again? Darius Garland and him are two very different players. Harden's a lot more healthy. He's a bigger guard, and I do think that he running the point with Cleveland and then putting
Donovan
Mitchell on the 2 guard, like that can be a good mixture. I think Cleveland's already been asked this year, and now they're doubling down on this year is kind of insane. And there's no way that they are not bringing Harden in and saying, hey, well, at least guarantee the money you're supposed to get next year to make him a little bit happier about being in fucking Cleveland.
Nothing can make you happy about being in Cleveland.
Nothing will, but I'm like adding $38 million that you didn't expect to get next year to what you're supposed to get paid will help. I guess it helped Myles Garrett, right? But I just think that overall, I don't know why Cleveland did this, because I just don't think Harden, again, even if he does make you good enough to where you're going to be in those big situations again,
but it won't matter.
Harden's not even a good number 2 option.
No.
He's already fucking proved as a better player before in Brooklyn. He couldn't be in the number 2 in a big situation. So like now he's going to be your number 2 guy in Cleveland, and you're going to expect that to work? It's not going to fucking work. No. It's not going to fucking work. It doesn't make any fucking sense to me. And now Harden's going to be pissed because there's no good strip clubs to go to in Cleveland. And think about it. Ever since he left Oklahoma City, every city he's been has been a big city where he can party and do what he wants and live live the high life. You can't do that shit in Cleveland.
He's one of those players that would be broke 5 years after he leaves the NBA.
He's made so much money though,
and he will be. Yeah,
I doubt he will.
Okay. You say he made so much money. I have a question. Do you think he lives a life similar to like Floyd Mayweather? Apparently, is bankrupt, like broke, flat broke.
I think the way that they're paid out in the NBA is different than what they're doing in boxing, to where running out of money is more easily done in boxing comparison to the NBA, because every year it's like a salary every year. Like you know
who Floyd Mayweather is?
Yeah, I know who Floyd Mayweather is.
Do you know how much money he made from the first Pacquiao fight?
He's made billions of dollars in his career. Yes. And he's flat out broke. No, I get that.
Flat out broke. The strip club he owns in Miami is in debt $53K.
Yeah.
Now it probably helped he can't read, so he couldn't tell you what the numbers are.
Hasn't found out yet.
Real quick, that man's like 50-something and can't read. Bro?
I'm not gonna say he cannot read at all. I'm just saying he can't read good.
At 53?
I'll give Harden this. He can read.
I know. Sorry, it was something I saw the other day. It was actual statements. Like, this motherfucker's broke. Like, he had to sell he had to sell a couple of his jets. Fuck you. Fuck you. Go fuck yourself.
Right.
You broke by your standards.
Oh,
you probably still have multiple millions left.
Yeah, it's just you can't keep up the lifestyle that you were doing before, for sure.
Sorry, it was something that was on my mind. I'm not a fan of Floyd Mayweather. I've never been a fan of him. You are.
There's a lot of people that is not a fan of Floyd Mayweather.
I know, but like you are the biggest fucking runner. You are not the best boxer ever.
Yeah,
you
for
are
sure.
a fucking runner. But yeah.
I don't think Harden's gonna be that bad, but I do think that.
I think you're wrong.
I'm not going to do that, but I'm talking about what's on the court. On the court, Harden has underperformed. I'm not even sure what the word is.
Off the court, he likes BBLs, but
he does.
I digress.
No question.
The NFL honors were last night.
Okay, you want to get off the Bulls real quick? Just real quick. Bulls.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about the Bulls.
They're finally willing to go be ass for a couple of years. That's what
you mean. A couple more years?
No, because they've been middling
since 1998. Dude.
They've been middling for the last 4 years, being right there at the 10th seed. Maybe can make the playoffs, but
we
now
have been ass since 1999.
Not enough. Not enough.
No. We were ass enough, and we got this small little thing, real bouncy guard from Memphis named Derrick Rose. Then we were good again, and then these niggas just shot themselves in the foot.
Yeah, and then ever since he left,
and then we were good again. And then this nigga Lonzo got hurt, and suddenly we were. I dream about the year we were number one, and Lonzo they were balling, and Lonzo got hurt. Lonzo's such a great player that if he never gets injured, I don't ever think he's a superstar, but I do believe he was a Chris Paul kind of guard.
Yeah,
and he played defense.
Yeah, really good defense,
and he was gonna give you. I'd say he probably averaged anywhere from 15 to 20.
Mm-hmm.
And man, he could ball. I like Lonzo.
No, for sure. Yeah.
But clearly none of the Ball brothers are fucking hardy. Them niggas get hurt like nobody's business.
They do.
LaMelo gets hurt by getting bumped.
Yeah.
And he's hurt. And he's a superstar.
Yeah. He is really good when he's out there on the court. No questions asked.
He's never out there. So...
I just think I just want to admire at least the Bulls are willing to finally take their medicine and go be ass. Because again, in the NBA, it is proven that if you want to go get if you're not going to sign them, you have to be a top 5 pick in the draft, and they haven't been able to do that.
We want to do all this just to get a top like 7th overall pick.
You still have to get the right player for sure. That's
the way they do the draft, the NBA lottery is fucking stupid.
Yeah, for sure.
No other fucking league does this.
Yeah.
Why do you still do it? This is dumb. Oh, we want teams to be competitive. They're trying. they're trying.
You've built, especially with all the apron stuff now, like you've made it harder for teams to spend money to build out these teams because you've made it this hard.
Yes, but
so
that's
now they have to do the draft.
Oh, Utah is a great example. They're trying.
They are. Yeah.
They're just fucking bad.
Yeah.
They're just bad. Like they're like in the NBA, I could say most teams are trying pretty fucking hard.
Yeah.
They're just bad.
They do have Triple J now, so I think they are going to be better.
Will they?
Yeah. But again, will they go?
What the fuck are him and Lowry Marketing about to do?
Lowry Marketing's he's actually good.
Is he, or is he just a player who is better than the rest of them on a shitty team?
I would love for him to still be on the Bulls.
I wouldn't.
They gave up on him 2 years early.
Real quick. They gave up on him after like 4 years, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Right. They gave up on him way too early. They really did.
And they try to make him just a standard big man. I'm like,
yeah,
that's not what the fuck he is.
No.
And then they get Vucevic 2 years later. I'm like, oh, this is what Lowry Marketing was. What
Vucevic is more of a big man
which
defensively.
is great, but their skill sets are very fucking similar. All Lowry Marketing was like
way more dynamic and can shoot threes
but
consistently.
What we have Vucevic do, we're trying to have Marketing to be a big man. That is not at all his skill set.
Nope.
But here's the thing. I don't think he was ever that good.
Oh, not to be the best player on a championship winning team.
He's a great number 2 option.
Yeah.
Right. And he's the best player on Utah, because name another player on Utah that's not fucking Jaren Jackson Jr.
Ace Bailey.
He's good.
They just drafted him, so that's the only reason why I know his name. He's really good. I got nothing else.
Exactly. So, you know what Marketing needs to do? Hey, bro, just chuck that bitch up.
Yeah, no, you're not
We're
wrong.
not winning games anyway. Throw that bitch up there. Like, so it's just like, they gave up on him too early. I agree with you. But he's the best player on a bad team.
I can admire Utah being like, hey, we want to finally start winning games, because they've been trying to do this losing games thing for 5, 6, 7 years, and they haven't been able to do anything. So, like, hey, let's go try. I'll give it to Washington as well. Washington's trying as well.
And that's the thing. Washington's been bad. Even when they had a superstar, they were bad.
Yeah.
They had John Wall for several years and were still missing the playoffs. They were just fucking bad.
Yeah.
Do you know why? They're in D.C.
Yeah.
They are probably literally the smallest market team.
Yeah, the only awesome player that has ever even sniffed wanting to go there was KD, because he's from there, and he never even got close.
Exactly. So, like, and you're talking like they had several good. They had Bradley Beal, who was very good for a while.
Yeah, John Wall at his best.
And
yeah,
they were still only winning 25 games a year.
Yeah,
and they were paying and signing players.
Yeah,
they were just bad. In the NBA, teams more often than not are fucking trying.
Yeah,
they're just dog shit. And it's like, hey, we're not even like the biggest team in our state.
Right.
Like Memphis is, I think, like the second or third smallest market team, and they've built better team.
Yeah.
The Timberwolves, another one. They're a small market team, nowhere close near DC. DC is such a small market team that the fact the Wizards are still fucking there is crazy.
Yeah.
There's so many bigger and better cities to go to.
No
fucking
doubt.
Seattle would love the Supersonics back.
Yeah.
And that's a much bigger city.
Yeah.
But, like, in the NBA, teams are always trying. I'd say 90% of the time, teams are really trying to be good.
Yeah.
And they're spending the money to be good. It's just not always feasible because you can't attract players.
In these smaller places, like, you're not going to get these amazing players to come play for you. It's not going to happen.
It's not possible.
So now they have to draft it, and now you've made it super hard to where
because
I could do all the losing I want, and then Dallas gets the fucking number 1 overall pick, and they get the superstar and Cooper Flag.
And like
they fell on their ass into him, and they didn't deserve it because they traded away Luka Doncic last year.
And then fired that stupid nigga. Like, what the fuck are you doing? The owner probably came in like, what? Why the fuck would you do that? What
the owner wanted to do that. It wasn't without
still,
his blessing.
That still, the city of Dallas was like, fire and kill this nigga.
Yeah, for sure.
What is he doing? And then I believe they also proceeded to pay Anthony Davis.
They traded, obviously getting the trade, and then now they've given up on him so fast this year. Now trading to Washington, I will give Washington credit. At least they have. After the John Wall and Bradley Beal, they went to being ass. Didn't work, and they're like, "Hey, we're going to trade for Trae Young." Now they're trading for AD. And next year, if they're going to be ass for this year, because both those players are not going to play for the rest of the year, they go get a top 5 pick, and then bring that top 5 pick in with Trae Young and AD, they could be a competitive team next year.
The fact of I have seen teams like the fucking Wizards win 14 games.
Yeah.
And end up with the 6th overall pick.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this bullshit? Worst team gets number 1 pick.
It shouldn't be this hard. It shouldn't be that fucking hard.
And the turnaround for those teams is crazy.
Right.
You're talking in the NFL, the worst team won 4 games. That's 25%.
Yeah.
Like that's 25% of their schedule of they weren't even trying to be bad. At the end, the Raiders gave the fuck up.
Yeah.
Fuck this.
Yeah, no doubt.
But that was a team that at the start of the year tried to be good and didn't give up till like 12 games.
They were only one of 3 teams to beat the fucking Patriots. Only had 3 losses. Year.
Exactly.
So like,
again,
come on.
They didn't give the fuck up till after 12 games.
Yeah.
So you're talking they're 9% of the way through the schedule, and they're like, hey, this nigga Geno's.
And you know what makes it worse is that in the NFL, the turnaround on some of these great players is longer than what it is in the NBA.
It is.
A lot of times in the NBA, when you get these players coming out of high school and coming out of college, they're good right away or within a couple years.
This shit translates.
And it turns around.
Yes.
You should be more than willing to change that whole shit and stop doing the whole lottery system because it's not fucking working. Now all these teams are on this fucking rat race. It's not working.
It just doesn't work like this. It never fucking works. Half the time in the NBA, either this nigga's good, amazing, or ass. Either he's a solid role player or a solid like option on the court. He's a solid starter.
And you know quick.
Or he's a superstar, or he's just not gonna fucking work.
Right? Yeah.
Like he's just not good.
Yeah.
You know immediately. There's probably no league like the NBA where first overall picks turn out to be dog shit.
Yeah. No doubt.
Like there's no other league.
Yeah.
Where this dude's just straight.
I guess the MLB, but like a lot of times you just never hear from them again.
But that's the thing. In the MLB, fucking anybody can be good.
They'll just get stuck in the farm system, then you'll just never hear from them. Like they
and the MLB, I'm be honest, the MLB is the one where like.
When were you picked up? I don't even know where you. Like,
you've been playing since 2010.
Right. Yeah.
Bro, that was 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Who the fuck are you? Like that's just what the MLB is.
Yeah.
Like I've never watched the MLB draft.
Nope.
I've never even looked at it.
No, sir.
They don't even have like people that go to that. Like they're like college players don't even show up to the MLB draft.
No.
And high school players don't either because they're like, if I don't like who I'm drafted from, I'm just gonna go back to college.
Right. Or even if I am drafted by the team I want to get drafted by, guess what? I'm going to some bumfuck town in Jackson, Mississippi to go play for their AA squad.
Yes.
So like, how should I be fucking happy? Like they're not,
dude. And the MLB is one of those leagues where, like, if they don't like who they're drafted from, they can also go back to college, finish year, and then just go be a free agent. Yeah. Like, so in the MLB, like, it does not.
Or just get
matter.
redrafted altogether. Yeah. You get redrafted, they give up your rights.
There's a lot of guys who will, like, top players will get drafted out of high school, so they get drafted to be like, nah, I'm gonna go to college.
College life is better than doing this in some crazy town I've never heard of.
Because I don't want to go to Mississippi.
Yeah.
I'm going to go play at Vanderbilt for a couple years, go play at Tennessee for a couple years. We're going to try this again in about 2.
It's a better life than this. Like, what the fuck are we doing?
Yes, but, like, it's just, I don't know. Sorry, I really hate how the NBA still does.
No, I totally agree.
Where we were so horrifically bad.
Yeah.
We're projected a top 3 pick and ended up at, like, 9.
Dallas had a 1% chance of getting that number 1 overall pick last year. And they ended up with the pick, and they didn't fucking deserve it.
No.
They traded away a top 5 player in the NBA, and they lucked their way into getting Cooper Flag.
And I just think it's...
Imagine if he fucking went to Washington.
Also, I think it's easier.
He changed the trajectory for
fans when you have something to look forward.
Yeah,
like, I can't imagine. I probably would not still be a football fan if we did not draft Joe Burrow back in 2020.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I was like I was down in the dumps. I had no hope. I hadn't really been watching football for like the last 2 years. So I'm like, damn. We're fucking bad. And then I was like, I think I was watching college football.
Yeah.
And I was watching Joe Burrow play. And I think it was not the national championship. It was the one before that.
Yeah, where he wasn't all that great.
No. It was a semifinal.
Oh, yeah. So you're talking about that year, just not the national championship.
It was a semifinal where this motherfucker was just
balling out, dude. Balling out.
And you went, yeah, that's probably who your team's picking this year. And
yeah.
I went, oh! Is that so? And then we got a championship game.
That's exactly how it happened.
We just watched them ball out, and I was like,
that's exactly how it happened.
Oh, there's a future. And then we drafted him, and then I watched this motherfucker, like, second play, just sling a touchdown. Just like 30-yard touchdown to fucking Tyler Boyd is who it was to.
Yeah.
And my hopes went, we still only won fucking 6 games. But
he got hurt very quick that year.
He did. But it was hope. And the turnaround time, we were in the Super Bowl the next year.
Yeah.
I guess crazy turnaround time. In the NBA, fuck you. That star may take 6 years to develop.
Unless it's like a blue chip guy like a Cooper Flag level where it's like very apparent right away.
He's dropped 3 games back to back that were 30. Before that, he was kind of mid.
No, he was doing. But again, they try to play him at point guard, and that's not really what he is in the NBA.
Again, that's stuff you have to try out with a player.
Oh yeah, for sure.
In a way that in the NFL is they work, they don't, or they're solid.
Right. Yeah. No question.
And that's what it is. But in the NFL, 1 through 5, that's a fucking guarantee.
Yeah.
That is a 99% of the time.
Unless it's a quarterback.
But even then,
because a lot of things can go wrong.
True. Even then, typically top flag quarterbacks are good. Tippy
top for sure. But it's just,
I'd say you're hitting about 80% of the time, and then you have Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
And Trey Lance. And that's teams shooting way too high.
Yeah, for sure.
They needed quarterbacks.
Or Jamarcus Russell.
Out of college, he was a baller.
Yeah.
But the signs were there, and the Raiders still took him.
Yeah,
that's
no
their
question.
fault.
Yeah.
Of everybody else was like, no, we're not doing that. And the Raiders was like, fuck.
Yeah, quarterback is a little bit iffy, but otherwise, at pretty much any other position.
Oh, you're hitting out.
If you're a top 5 pick,
high clip.
Like unless they there's like some type of like they commit crimes
off the field issue.
Like like they're that dude if they're coming out and being a top 5 pick, top 10 pick.
You can get a dude with an off the field issue and them still be fired.
Yeah,
like
no
Larry
doubt.
Tunsil,
No doubt.
great one. Dude was protected, top 5. Video of him with like the mask smoking.
He did slip into like the end of the first round though.
Yeah, but again, he was still.
He should have been a top 10 pick though. He should have been top 10. They let him fall, and then he ended up having a great NFL career.
Joe Mixon is another one.
That one is a lot more his fault.
And he was still fire.
Yeah, no doubt.
Baller.
I'm not going to put Larry Tunsil and him in the same situation. Larry Tunsil was just smoking weed in a gas mask. It was just a bad look. He didn't do it. He wasn't doing it.
Bro, that was egregious. It was like 3 weeks beforehand. Bro, what the fuck are we doing? Sorry.
Y'all good?
What are we doing?
Yeah.
You took and posted the photo.
He didn't do it. It was his girlfriend at the time.
Real quick, I'm surprised he didn't have assault charges.
I think she was trying to extort him for money, and then she just leaked it.
Yeah, real quick, I'm surprised he didn't have a domestic dispute after that. I'm surprised he had an NFL career because I would have beat the shit out of her.
Again, it's just I'm not gonna put him and Joe Mixon in the same category. Joe Mixon straight up almost killed a woman. She could have died. He hit her. All she had to do was hit her head in the wrong thing. She could have died in that restaurant.
That was on video too.
Yo,
clear as fucking day. And he's still playing another year of college football.
Still playing another year at Oklahoma.
Oh my god, that stuff was crazy. Then we drafted him. That boy
monster.
After he was hurt for 3 fucking years.
Yeah, and then he was hurt last year. I can't wait for him to get back to the Texans because like they definitely need him.
You could tell they weren't as dynamic.
Yeah, no doubt.
But he's on the older side.
I think he's right around 31.
That's on the older side.
It is for running back. It is,
especially your running back as injured as he is.
Oh yeah, no doubt. I agree.
And there was one more thing. NFL honors.
I have the list of the winners. We'll go through them.
Won MVP. Garrett Miles.
You didn't have a problem with that, did you?
No.
There were some people who were like really trying to go for Drake May. I'm like, Drake May. They had the easiest schedule throughout the NFL season.
I can literally. I heard somebody say they have the hand of God on them.
Like, come on.
I promise, I swear it to my name, if Bo Nix was on that field, they were losing that game.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
They were losing that game.
No doubt they were losing that game.
I cannot stress to you enough how...
And I hate fucking Bo Nix.
I do, too.
I hate Bo Nix.
But holy shit, the backup about beat y'all.
Yeah.
And Bo Nix wouldn't have thrown
all they needed to do was hit that field goal in the first half, and they win that game.
We'll do NFL honors, then we have the Hall of Fame inductees as well.
Yeah. Matthew Stafford, MVP deserved it. Fine, great.
Yes, I'm cool.
And he announced after that he was going to come back next year and play. So that was very good.
I don't mind. I think he deserved it.
Oh, people try to say like, he only has one of the best wide receivers in the NFL in Devontae Adams. And I'm like, well, it doesn't change the fact that he had such a good touchdown to interception ratio.
Well, that's the biggest thing is with the MVP, it is a quarterback award, but it's their individual stats. If
Yeah.
they have bad stats, they don't win the award.
Yeah, no doubt.
Myles Garrett won DPOY. Of course, he was going to. CMC won Comeback Player of the Year.
He deserved it.
JSN won Offensive Player of the Year.
Okay, Drewski. Drewski announced him for winning it, and Drewski messed up his fucking name, saying his last name like 3 different times and said it wrong all 3 times. Again, if it was a joke, it was not well timed. Again, it was probably very...
His last name's hard.
It's Njigba. All you have to do is...
How do you say it? I feel like only you care about this.
Here's the thing. If this is, like, when it comes to award shows where this is your moment, JSN can get hurt next year and never have a season.
Roger Goodell fucked up this nigga's name when he got drafted. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Okay.
Shut the fuck up.
Okay. I say, okay, I
Real
get
quick.
that.
No, fuck you. Roger Goodell fucked it up 3 times as well.
Okay, I get that, but
And
guess
Jigma,
what?
And Jinma.
Okay, I get that, but guess what? This is a white man getting a random card. They fucking knew who was going to win that award because JSN had a pre-recorded message. So all they had to do was go to Drewski and say, hey, this is how you say his fucking name before he goes out there.
Okay, so is that Drewski's fault or their fault?
That's Drewski's fault.
Bro, it's a... No one says his name right. Even on air, they don't say his name right. And they say his name 75 times a day. And they still say it wrong.
Here, I got you.
Fucking Le'Veon Bell was called Le'Veon his entire career.
The winner decided not to pull up tonight, so I guess on his behalf, Jackson Smith, Njigba.
That second time.
What are we fucking doing? Just go with that.
It was a joke. That was a joke. 100%.
But again, I don't think you pull that shit if he's not if he's there.
He's not there.
But that's not good. That's supposed to be JSN's moment.
This nigga's worried about winning a Super Bowl. You think he gives a fuck?
I don't think he gives a fuck, but I just think in the moment like that.
Do you think he gives a fuck?
Just say fucking JSN.
Do you think he gives a fuck?
If I know him as much as I think I do, being a fan that's watched him for a while, probably not.
I'm worried about winning a Super Bowl next week.
Yeah, no doubt. He's gonna go ball out and probably potentially win NFL the Super Bowl MVP.
Shut the fuck up.
I know. It annoyed the fuck out of me. It annoyed the fuck out of me. Just say his fucking name right. They knew what you.
It only annoyed you. It only annoyed you.
No, it didn't just annoy me. If you all over Twitter, it was a lot of people were mad about it.
How many of them are OSU fans?
Not many.
Bullshit.
It was more NFL fans than anything.
Who gives a fuck?
When you're giving out awards, that shit fucking matters.
My nigga, I have watched them let fucking I Show Speed give out an award. They don't give a fuck. They don't hire these dudes to give out awards and them not make jokes. They hire these dudes because they're funny to give out the awards to be funny. I have to hire them.
That was not a pre-planned joke.
No, that was almost
Niggaba. When he said fucking niggaba, that was not preordained by the
I
NFL.
can say the second time he was joking. The first time and the third time he was serious. He could not say his last name. He read it. Najiba was how he said it the first time. Okay. And then the third time I was like, okay, that was an actual attempt. The second time he was being funny. The first and third time were actual attempts, and then he was like, fuck it, JSN.
Okay, maybe it's not all his fault. Just go make sure, hey, this is the guy that's winning it. There's already a pre-recorded video. Dude, just say his fucking name right.
This nigga's not here. He don't give a fuck. If he gave a fuck, he'd be there. No, I want a Super Bowl ring. I don't give a fuck about the fucking trophy. You know what this nigga's gonna do? Thank you.
He already had the fucking trophy.
Dude, this nigga.
Well, again, it might have just been a pre-recorded in case he didn't win it. In case he did. I'm not sure how they already decided that.
Was every other player that could have won it there?
Yeah, because they were all fucking sitting at home. They don't have a chance to win a Super Bowl.
You know what this nigga's doing? They probably told him the day before, hey, you won the award. Here you go. And he was like, cool.
That he had a 1-minute video just thinking the normal people usually think, and he's like, okay, fine, this is great. So obviously he didn't probably care that much about the exact reward.
Who gives a fuck?
Again, I just say the fucking name right.
No one gives a fuck.
Do you know what also changes my opinion on a little bit? Is that he says he added that to his name because of his dead grandfather.
I don't care.
Because his name is actually Jackson Smith.
I don't care.
I don't know. I just get the fucking name right. That's it. Mike Vrabel wins Coach of the Year.
That's fine.
takes his team from 3 wins to
Should have been Kyle
14.
Shanahan, but that's fine.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think Kyle Shanahan did the harder job
He did the most with the least. So, but
and with
again,
higher expectations because they're
that's
the Niners.
fine
Yeah,
because you are currently in a Super Bowl after a year turnaround.
yeah, for sure.
That's fine. I don't hate it.
Yeah.
I believe Shanahan deserved it more.
Oh, Shanahan coached his fucking ass off.
He did, but that's not a bad.
He made Mac Jones fucking look good.
He made Mac Jones look like a fucking starter.
Yeah.
To which at one point I was
That's
like,
a miracle.
Y'all
That's a miracle
may be better
job.
with Mac Jones on the field. That was a legit question I was throwing to myself when I watched him play, and I was like, Mac Jones may give y'all a better chance of winning. Because you know what he's going to do? Follow directions.
But he's still fucking Mac Jones.
Yes.
JSN, like we said, won
and
AP
then
Offensive Player of the Year.
Tedero McMillan won Rookie Player of the Year, Offensive Rookie Player of the Year.
Offensive Rookie of the Year. Then did you see the video he had?
I didn't care.
You know, he's not black, but apparently they think they're black. He said nigga on a live stream.
Yeah.
A couple days before that. He's not black. He's Samoan. He's from Hawaii.
Hispanics say it.
I know.
Who gives a fuck?
I found it more funny than anything. I just found it funny.
Real quick, he said that around black people and go, yeah, okay.
But yeah, that's because they question whether he is or not. Not actually like.
I know, but again, even he was like, "Oh, I'm Samoan." Most people, like,
It does make you
alright.
ask the question. Like he ain't black.
Are you
Dwayne the Rock Johnson can say because he's actually half black.
okay? But here's my question: who would ever confront this 6'5" man being like, "Hey, you can't say that"? I'm not. All right, bro, you got it. Yeah, all you, gang. Because again,
No, for sure.
like you
no,
know,
for sure.
Hispanics do that. I say it, and you're
Yeah.
kind of like,
Yeah, especially ones from New York.
exactly, and
Yeah.
like you just kind of like, that's okay. That's okay.
Me no black. I'm Dominican.
Like again, there's
Dominican,
levels to it, and I feel like almost everybody agrees. Basically, anybody else that's not white can say it.
I don't think I'm there.
I think I'm damn close.
I don't think I'm there.
There's a lot of Samoan people in this world.
We can't be like carding
I'm not
people.
pressing him about it.
You're all right for
What you
sure.
mean?
Yeah.
If I'm Hawaii and somebody says it to me,
If I know what you are and you say it, like come on, dude.
again.
But if I don't know, then I'm not going to
Let
question
me
it.
ask you a question. Vita Vea says it. I'm not pressing him. Fuck that.
No. He'll
Exactly.
eat me.
Panay Sewell says it. I'm not pressing him either.
No, for
Real
sure.
quick, these Samoan dudes, go ahead, bro. Say what you want. They come out the womb, bro.
No,
He
for
is
sure.
6'4".
Yeah, that's true.
And they
You're
like,
not wrong.
like Jordan Mailata. Oh, you.
He's not saying that shit.
Yeah. But he's from New Zealand.
He is from New Zealand. Yes.
You're talking. Tedero McMillan is Samoan.
Yeah.
I'm not stopping him.
Again, he's not as menacing as some of the other people we're talking about here.
True.
But
if Vita Vea could call harder you are on everything.
yeah, for sure. Like you had that, homie. It's
Give
all
me
you.
5 minutes. I'm gonna come back and shoot you. And real quick, I may not even get a chance to get away. He may hawk me down.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. Like, again, I don't care.
Again, I just found it more funny than anything. I just found it funny. Just turn around to the CMC. With what the injuries he had last year, people were talking about arthritis in both knees. To him doing what he did this year, I think he had 1,000 receiving and 1,000 rushing.
He was close to both. He didn't have 1,000.
I think he did.
I think he had 1,000 rushing, not 1,000 receiving. He was close to 1,000 receiving.
Christian McCaffrey. I just want to look it up because I thought he did. Hold on, give me
I
a
think
second
he was
here.
very close.
Let's see. This year, he had
I think he had like 1,006
rushing and receiving. This year, he had 1,200 yards rushing. He had
984.
receiving. He had nope, 924.
Oh yeah.
So he was pretty fucking damn
He was
close.
very close.
He earned that shit. I almost want to give him credit for it because I'm like, he literally, of all the injuries they had all season long, he was the only mainstay the whole fucking season after not playing at all last year.
We're sacrificing them in the locker room to keep him healthy. I'm telling you, they were feeding something their souls to keep CMC healthy. They had to have. There's no way. And they sacrificed George Kittle like 3 times, and he just kept coming back.
I don't think
Come back for 2 weeks and be like, "Oh, you got sacrificed me again? It's all right. I'll be back later."
I hope
I'll
not
go
for.
wrestle for a few weeks.
I hope
Like,
not for the hope not for the last one because that was a pretty bad Achilles injury. But it's just it is what it is. But CMC was a dog this year.
He was.
I just think
So he definitely deserved Player of the Year.
and
No
then-
questions asked.
I think his name's something from the Browns. He's a line.
Carson Schwessinger.
Yeah, it was the last name. I was gonna say Schwessinger. But I don't think.
He cannot nowhere close to passing that test.
Yeah, but like, what? Like, is the one dude with Noah Kaniga?
Noah Kaniga.
And I've always looked at him like, you gotta change that.
Look, they have a whole
When you get
all white
married-
family, bro.
Dude,
like
my first thought is when you get married, take your wife's last name.
they literally just took the opportunity to be able to say it without having to get in trouble for it. Like, that's my last name.
I know.
What am I supposed to do?
My brain goes, I know he has friends going, Kaniga! And I'm like, I'm swinging on you. I'm swinging on you. 100% I'm swinging on you.
And they took advantage of it, man. I'm telling you.
It's just people that take advantage of it. They're taking advantage of it.
All right, so Hall of Famers.
I got you. It is
Drew Brees. Yep.
Adam Vinatieri.
Yep.
Larry Fitzgerald.
Yep.
Luke Kuechly.
Yep.
And one motherfucker I didn't know.
Roger Craig.
Yes.
Yeah, Roger Craig was the other one.
People were mad about Vinatieri. No, I was seeing it on Twitter.
Again, him going in on first try.
He's the greatest kicker of all
He
time.
He does go down as the best kicker of all time.
Now,
I think he has more points scored than anybody else
He has
because of how
most
long he
points
did it.
ever. The biggest thing people were mad about is why is he in, but Belichick's not.
Yeah, no question.
And I'm like, that's very valid, but you're discrediting Adam Vinatieri.
Oh, we never had a chance to talk together about about that together. I just think
It's crazy.
I'm not mad about. I don't think it was the right move.
But
But if you're gonna do that to Belichick, then you better fucking do it to Tom. Because Tom, he got suspended for deflating footballs, and that had nothing to do with Robert with
Okay.
with him. With
my biggest
I'm
problem
forgetting
with
his fucking name now.
Belichick.
Belichick. It had nothing to do with Belichick.
There's 4 other coaches in the Hall of Fame who are all first ballot. Combined, they don't have as many Super Bowls as Bill Belichick.
Right.
Combined, they still have 4 less Super Bowls than he does.
Exactly.
And you're talking, he's done that as a coordinator and a head coach.
He had 2 as a coordinator, and then he had the 6 as a head coach.
So he has 8. Combined, those dudes only have 6.
Yeah.
So he is the most winning coach of all time.
So if that's going to be the hill you're going to die on when it comes to he cheated, so he needs to wait.
Fine.
Make fucking Tom Brady wait too.
They would literally, none of them would ever make it out of that room.
But again, they made it out the room for Belichick, and that's was even
Bill
more
Belichick,
of a.
That's Tom Brady.
And Robert Kraft didn't make it either. So I felt like once Belichick didn't make it, they almost like, hey, we just can't let Robert Kraft in because then it's going to cause even more of an issue. Yeah, Jerry Jones is in.
That's
yes,
crazy. Robert Kraft ain't.
Jerry Jones made the NFL a lot more money than Robert Kraft does.
Jerry Jones is one that has done a lot less winning.
True, I totally agree with that.
Just
Yeah,
saying 3 and Robert Kraft was what, 6, 7?
yeah.
So, but okay,
I just think that if you're going to
do it to Brady,
they won't. But that's what
But
pissing
again,
me off. Then
I-
you better do it to Brady if you're going to stand on that hill
They won't.
for Belichick.
They won't. Let's just be honest. It'll be a whole fucking show.
And that's what pissed me off. That's what pissed me off.
It is. I don't personally care. Larry Fitzgerald, I knew was going to make it in.
Oh, he deserved it for
I
sure.
almost guarantee you he's probably the last first ballot receiver ever.
No. Jeremiah. I'm fucking with you.
No,
I'm fucking with you. I'm fucking with you.
I'm talking with you. I'm just being honest with you. Jeremiah can be great. He will never be as good as Larry Fitzgerald.
I think that
More tackles than drops.
yeah, that's an improbable thing. Yes.
How many drops do you have in his career? They're talking about
Larry Fitzgerald, it's
Yeah.
it's under 5, I think, right?
3.
Yeah.
3?
Yeah, no doubt.
Bro played 17 years.
Yeah. And I saw the list.
3?
They came out with the list of quarterbacks that he all had. I'm like, damn.
Dude, you look at some of the quarterbacks. Damn, these niggas were trash.
There were two that were noteworthy.
Homer and Warner.
That's it. Yeah.
8 years apart. Bro, you played with nobodies.
Yeah.
Literally,
couple years of Kyler. That's pretty much it.
and he was mid most of those years.
Yeah.
There will never be another first ballot wide receiver.
I'm not going to go that route because I think there probably will be.
With stats like his, you're talking he was 30-something putting up 1,000 yards still.
Oh, yeah, no question.
Comfortably.
But I also think that because of the numbers going up with receivers, the numbers are only going to get crazier and crazier.
Which I agree. But again, he can sit on the fact of I've caught a pass from probably about 19 different quarterbacks.
Yeah,
Multiple
no, I
in
totally
one
agree.
year.
Yeah.
There was one I was watching. There's like a picture of all of them.
Mhm.
Legit, it was 3 dudes over like I think it was like 2009. There was 3 motherfuckers that threw him a touchdown. I'm like, that's crazy. That is crazy. But again, less than 5 drops.
No,
in your career.
Yeah, no, you're not. You're not wrong. That's
I've watched Jared Judy drop 5 balls in a game.
Yeah.
I've watched Jamar Chase drop 2.
And since the NFL wants to be like try to make stances on how good of people these people are, because T.O. definitely deserved to be a first ballot Hall of Famer as well, but they stood on their high
I don't
horse.
know about that.
When it comes to what he did on the field, because that's my whole case, right?
I don't know about that.
These people that vote on this shit should look at your career on the field. If they try to do any other shit, that's not what they're fucking there for. They're there to look at you, what you did on the field in your career, and look at what you did on paper and what you did on film, and be able to say, is that a Hall of Famer or not? And T.O. deserved to be that. And when they decided to do that shit with him and say, oh, he wasn't nice to the media, oh, he may have been a little bit too loud when it comes to the teams he was dealing with, when they decided to use those things as reasons, that's when things started going off the fucking rails. That's not your fucking job to make stances on that shit. Your job is to go in there and look at their careers and say they deserve to be in or not. If OJ is fucking in the Hall of Fame, then I don't want to hear shit about nobody else when it comes to how good of people they are.
OJ was a dog, and he didn't murder until like 6 years.
I don't give 2 fucks.
It had been 6
He's
years.
still fucking in.
And he was still a dog.
He's still fucking in. He killed 2 people.
Hey.
He's still fucking in. I don't want to hear this shit. I don't want to hear it.
Fit, so you must have quit.
I don't want to fucking hear it.
Hey, bro, he didn't kill 2 people.
Fuck you.
He was innocent.
Fuck
What
you.
you mean?
You don't fucking believe that shit.
Hey. The glove didn't fit, so you must have quit.
I don't
bro.
give 2 fucks.
He was innocent.
I just don't want to hear. I just don't want to hear them talk about how good of
What you
people
mean?
they were. I don't want to hear
He
it.
was an amazing person.
Fuck you.
He was an amazing person.
I know you're just being funny, but it is pissing me off.
Real quick,
Because I'm making a good point.
you're not. He was innocent.
No, I am making an awesome
O.J.
point.
Simpson was innocent.
He's not fucking innocent. Like
bro.
we all know what he is now. His name, he should not be in the Hall of Fame.
They went to trial. He wasn't convicted. He was let go.
Okay, if he's in the Hall of Fame, then nobody needs to talk about what fucking T.O. did. And nobody needs to talk about what Belichick did. Like, again, look at what they fucking did on the feet while they were there, and that's what you're fucking there for. Making social stances about how good of people they were, that shit is a bonus. That is not what that's not what they're there for. They were out there. You're in the Hall of Fame or not because you were a fucking gladiator. You were the best amongst all the gladiators. That's what you're fucking. That's the job. And when they start trying to make social stances and like make a statement that they don't want to see cheating and like all that shit, I don't want to fucking hear it. And that's for the NFL. That's for the MLB. I don't want to hear any of that shit.
Larry Fitzgerald has 41 total tackles.
No, Larry Fitzgerald is an awesome ad, and the fact that he's a good person is a fucking bonus.
Larry Fitzgerald.
It should not take away from what he did on the football field.
Larry Fitzgerald has a fumble recovery. So that means his quarterback threw an interception. He not only made the tackle, he got the ball back.
Yeah.
Sorry. He also has 2 passing touchdowns. Sorry, I was just like looking at his stats. I was comparing. I took 3 players. I compared Fitzgerald, T.O., and Chad Johnson, because Chad Johnson also ain't a Hall of Famer.
T.O. is in, but they made him wait a year when he shouldn't have waited.
I
T.O. was a first ballot Hall of Famer, dude. There's no question about it. He is a top 5 wide receiver to ever play the NFL.
Ooh.
Yes. He is. It just is. He just
We're gonna
is.
have to agree to disagree.
Okay, would you say he's a top 10 then?
Where's Larry Fitzgerald on this list?
Larry Fitzgerald's in the top 10. No, I'm saying he's in the top 10. Larry Fitzgerald deserved to be a first ballot.
Based
but
on
I'm saying,
you think he's better or worse than T.O.?
when it comes to what they were on the field,
Statistically, he's Larry Fitzgerald far from
Larry
better.
Fitzgerald played forever. I just think what they were on the football field, what they were at their peak, T.O. was he was just a different animal. Larry Fitzgerald played close to 20 years. Like that, I'm just saying he played forever, but I'm just saying at their peak, T.O. was just on a different level, dude. They both deserve to be first ballot Hall of Famers. I'm not making that claim that Larry Fitzgerald does not in comparison. But like I was just making the T.O. point when it comes to the not getting them in when they deserve to be in. And so, and like I said, the Belichick thing, man, if you're going to stand on that soapbox for that one, then you better do it for Tom Brady too, but they're not going to fucking do that
T.O.
shit.
played 16. Larry Fitzgerald played 17.
Okay. How different were the stats?
Larry Fitzgerald ended up with about 3,000 more receiving yards, about 400 more receptions, and about 25 more touchdowns.
How many more receiving yards?
About 3,000.
Okay.
You're talking like 1792 compared to hold on. I just had it. Compared to 1543.
Okay, that's 2,000 more yards.
No, it's almost 3.
You said 1792 to 1542.
It's almost 3. With
that's almost 2.
nigga.
Oh, sorry, almost 2,000. Yes.
What, nigga?
Sorry, we're getting close to 3. Yes. Okay, fine. Yes.
It's
2,700. Fine.
My bad. We should also talk about how he had 600 more receptions. You want to start there?
T.O. was a much bigger, big threat receiver. Not to mention the fact that when T.O. started, he was playing with Jerry Rice still.
Oh, yeah. That's crazy. I know the quarterbacks T.O. has played with.
Steve Young, Donovan McNabb. I forget who he played for with the Giants.
Did you just name two top quarterbacks?
Donovan McNabb's not as good as you think.
My nigga,
do
you want to pull up who Larry Fitzgerald would have killed to play with Donovan McNabb?
Yes, but Larry Fitzgerald did have Kurt Warner
for 2 years.
That's okay. Yeah, fine. Fuck. He did have
2 years,
and he did have
Palmer
for
8 years later.
Yeah, but he had Palmer for like 5-6 years.
Yes. After my bad, it wasn't 8. It was like 6 years. And then he got Palmer. You want to pull? I could pull up who he played with in those 6 years. Tell me if you know one. Do you want to look that up, bro?
What, you want me to look up?
No, I'll look it up. Don't worry. I will happily look it up, bro. Because, all right.
I didn't want to make this a Larry versus T.O. thing.
So in 2008 and 2009, Larry Fitzgerald was drafted in 2004.
Mm-hmm.
You want to take a guess who his quarterback was?
For Larry?
Yeah.
I have no clue.
Leinart. You know how many yards he had that year? This is their starting quarterback. He played the entire year.
How many receiving touchdowns did you say Larry Fitzgerald had?
I didn't say receiving touchdowns.
Okay, because T.O. has like 20-something more.
Yeah, Larry Fitzgerald's just better than he is.
Again, I just think they're maybe we're going to have to agree to disagree.
What statistic? Nigga, how do you argue statistics? How can you argue statistics when statistically Larry Fitzgerald is better than he is?
Okay, fine.
So how do you argue with that?
I'm talking about the peak. I'm talking about the peak, what they were at the peak of their powers. I think T.O. was a way more dynamic receiver. Like, I'm talking about when it comes to physical trait, like when it comes to, like, doing the crazy fantastical thing. Like, Larry Fitzgerald was like the
He is Larry Fitzgerald second in receiving yards ever.
Mm-hmm.
How can you argue he's not top 5? Statistically, he's the second best receiver ever. With the worst quarterback play out of anybody on this list, next to Randy Moss.
About to say, Randy Moss did. He had the few years Tom Brady.
Yes, but he also had the few years where he was on the Vikings, and I literally cannot tell you who his quarterback was.
No, I'm saying other than the few years with the Patriots,
Yes.
like nothing else is really coming to my brain as like awesome quarterback. Maybe did he play with Culpepper?
No. But Jerry Rice played with 2 different Hall of Fame quarterbacks.
No, for sure.
Terrell Owen played with those same Hall of Fame quarterbacks. So did Randy Moss.
T.O. played with 1.
T.O. has a Super Bowl.
With who?
San Fran. I'm pretty sure they won a Super Bowl one of those years.
I don't think he does.
I might be wrong. Because that was the 90s.
Does T.O. have a Super Bowl ring? Oh, dang.
He does, right? With San Fran.
Yeah, but he wasn't like a main player then.
But he has one.
He does have one, yes. Yes.
Who is Isaac Bruce? Why does he sound familiar?
No, he never won a Super Bowl, despite playing in one with the Philadelphia Eagles. So, no, he never did. He never won a Super Bowl.
But, like, dude, I think Larry Fitzgerald is truly the second best receiver of all time.
Okay.
I'm not saying I was wrong saying T.O. wasn't top 5. I'd say he's probably 4 for me.
I think I'd put Randy Moss above Larry Fitzgerald. I just think Randy Moss is a different animal. Like when it comes to I just think maybe style receiver for me maybe it's just a little different.
Larry Fitzgerald literally has 3,500 more yards.
Sometimes it's not just about yards, man.
Larry Fitzgerald, Randy Moss.
Sometimes how he make you feel.
He played with TB12. Shut the fuck up. Okay.
Sometimes how it makes you feel.
Now that I've seen who the fuck Larry Fitzgerald has played with. No.
Who did Randy Moss play with?
TB12.
He had like 3 years, my boy.
Nigga, it was 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. It was 5.
Okay.
What?
Larry Fitzgerald had 5 years worth of good between Kurt Warner and Carson Palmer. He had more than 5 years with the both of them.
And who else? Between the times when he didn't have that.
Who did Randy Moss have outside of Tom Brady? I think Randy Moss played with Dante Culpepper. I really do think so.
And if he did, then it kind of fucks you.
Maybe. I didn't mean to get in this such a long conversation about this, but it kind of it is what it is. I just think they're both top 5 receivers. So I'm not sure what we're even arguing. Where you think he's number 2, I just think he might be number 3 or number 4. I think we're in the same ballpark here.
What fucking years did Randy Moss play on the fucking Raiders?
On the Raiders?
Yes.
Let's see.
Why can I not? I'd like
Randy Moss. Let's see here. Raiders, he played in the Raiders in 05 and 06. He played with Minnesota in 98. Who is that with?
He had 2 different quarterbacks in 05 and 06.
Brad Johnson, bro. Randy Moss started his career with a guy named Brad Johnson. Who the fuck is Brad Johnson?
Fuck.
Let's go later. Let's go to 04 in Minnesota. How are we looking here? Maybe it's better. Maybe he played a better quarterback then.
All right. In Oakland, his quarterback was Andrew Walter. He had 1,919 yards. That is the only year of the NFL football he ever played. He was out of the league the next year. And the year before, he did play with.
He did play with a few years with Dante Culpepper, so that was a good quarterback.
Again, Larry Fitzgerald played with fucking scrubs.
No, I totally get that. Maybe it's like maybe I can compare Larry Fitzgerald to like if we're going back to the NBA again, compare him to the Spurs.
Don't.
For the Spurs. Tim Duncan.
A top 5 player of all time.
Nobody calls Tim Duncan a top 5 player of all time.
But he is, though.
They call him a top 5 power forward of all time.
He's a top 5 player of all time.
I don't want to go down that risk with you. I don't think people.
I would totally even think about
I don't think he's a top 5 player of all time.
Who the fuck is?
Jordan, LeBron. We're talking about, and we talk Hakeem, like not Hakeem. Bill.
No.
Bill Russell, bro.
Who was the best player he played?
What, we bring a Magic Johnson?
No.
Magic is a better player. A player?
No, he's not. Fuck you. No, he's
Yeah, I think he is.
not. No, the fuck he's not.
See, I don't want to have that. I don't want to have that
sorry.
argument. I really don't. I
Are you
don't.
telling me Magic Johnson looked at Chris Bosh, Dwayne Wade, and LeBron James in his prime and beat them niggas? Not only beat them niggas, washed them niggas. Washed!
Magic Johnson changed the fucking game, dude.
By doing what?
Being a guy that was a big point guard at that time, he goes down with like.
Was this nigga playing with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar?
That wasn't the same Kareem.
Ah!
It wasn't the same Kareem. Kareem, there's only top 5. Kareem's better than Tim Duncan.
Cap.
Don't do this shit.
Cap.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Stop it. Nah, gang. I can't with you.
Okay, I really don't want to go down that rabbit hole. I really don't. We still have the Super Bowl to talk about.
Kobe's also not top 5.
No, I don't think so either. Kobe probably deserves to be in the conversation in the top 10.
Yeah, but he's 10.
Shaq has to be up there.
Shaq gonna have like 7.
So I'm sitting like there's some real players like I don't think Tim Duncan's top 5.
I'm taking Tim Duncan over Shaq.
Are you taking just consistency or peak? Because at the peak, Shaq is like much. Do you value more consistency or peak when we talk about your players? Are you more of a consistency guy or a peak guy? I think this is starting to. I think I'm starting to understand where this is coming from, because you're more of a. It's starting to feel like you're a consistency guy, while I'm talking about a peak.
I'll be honest again.
Okay, fine. Again, I really don't want to go down the NBA ranking players of all time rabbit hole with you. I really don't. We could put that to a later podcast. We can both kind of come with our own lists, and we can hash it out then when we don't have football to talk about. But we got to this point because we were talking about Larry Fitzgerald getting to the Hall of Fame, and I brought up T.O., and you wanted to try to make a case about where T.O. and Larry Fitzgerald fit, even though they're both first ballot Hall of Famers. And not to mention, I do think there might be some NFL players, some wide receivers now that could have a chance. I think Jamar Chase could easily make himself a case to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. I think that Justin Jefferson can get there.
3 drops.
You're making this all about drops. There's other things other than drops. There's a lot of other things.
I almost guarantee that ball was thrown to him. He's fucking catching it.
I understand, and I very much value it.
5-time NBA champion, 15-time All NBA, 15-time All Defensive, fucking 3 times Final MVP, fucking 2 times MVP, nigga. Bro. I don't know.
Buddy.
Good.
Let's see. Where is it at? You're just talking about accolades here?
Good.
This because you had such a bad reaction to Kareem. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Oh, basketball reference. It's such a great fucking thing.
6 NBA championships, 6 MVPs, 19 All-Stars, 15-time All-NBA, 11-time All-Defensive. Like all those are like a lot of those are higher. How many MVPs does Tim Duncan have? MVPs are given to the best player in the NBA.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are. Well, they're supposed to be. I don't think I heard you say any for Tim Duncan.
What?
MVPs.
Either.
Kareem at 6.
Uh-huh.
More NBA championships.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Give me 1 second. Let me calculate. So Kareem Abdul-Jabbar played on the Lakers with guess who? Magic fucking Johnson for half of his fucking career. Who was the second best player on the Spurs? Oh yeah, Manu fucking Ginobili. Shut the fuck up. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar played with another all-time player of all time. Isn't more than half his career. Right. And then we were talking about Bill Russell. Couldn't beat that nigga not once.
Bill Russell has 10 championships.
11.
11.
Count them right, nigga.
I had Bill Russell ahead of him.
4 of them he bodied Kareem. And Tim Duncan, the second best player on his team.
You're saying Tim Duncan's better than both of these players?
Oh,
Kareem and Bill Russell.
Bill Russell played nobody besides Kareem. So yeah, fuck you.
And he's not better than LeBron. He's not better than Jordan.
Who?
I'm just saying. I'm already at 4.
Nigga, no.
Guaranteed, no questions asked.
We are not at 4. We're at 2 max.
Again,
LeBron and Michael Jeffrey Jordan. That's it. Magic, I could maybe slide you.
Magic. Come on,
but
Magic?
I'm just saying, it's crazy.
Magic?
This nigga didn't play 4 years because he had AIDS. That was crazy to me. That's crazy.
Magic?
From 91 to 95, he did not play because he had AIDS. That was crazy.
One last question. We'll finally get to the Super Bowl. Are you a peak guy or are you a consistency guy?
You have to have both. There has to be a little of both.
But if you had to lean, if you were like doing like a sliding scale of like 100%, one like percentages. What matters more?
It's consistency.
Okay. I would give a slight edge to peak. I would. I would go like 52-40. Sorry, no. I'd probably go 60-40 peak.
Sam Darnold's the greatest quarterback of all time then.
No. Again, you have to have your peak has to be longer than just one season.
No, there's niggas that only played one season.
Peyton
Hillis is the greatest running back to have ever graced the game. That's what you're telling me.
Your peak has to be of a certain amount of time. You can't.
Now there's stipulations.
Yeah, of course there is.
Fuck you. There's no stipulations to consistency. Either you're consistent or you're not. There's no stipulations.
You could be consistent for 2 years and then nothing for like the other 10.
Yes, but you are not as good as other players who played longer than you were more consistent than you.
But I'm saying with these players that had peaks of 5, 6, 7, 8 years, maybe close to 10, but like LeBron, we're talking like 13, 14 years worth of consistency and peak being super high. Peak has to matter.
How long was T.O.'s peak? Because I want you to know you're fucked if Larry's was longer. Go ahead and pull that up for me, my nigga.
I don't even know how to truly calculate that peak.
Look
How
at the
long it
years
is.
he was best and just calculate.
Okay, I gotta go back to football. Terrell Owens, 96 to 2010. Let's go from the year 2000 to like he's still putting up 1,400 yards in 2007.
Oh, that's crazy.
Let's go 2000 to 2007. Yardage wise, 1,400 yards, 1,400 yards, 1,300, 1,100, 1,200. He has 1 year where he only plays 7 games because he gets hurt, and then he has 700 yards then, and then 2006, 2007, 2006, 1,200 yards, 2007, 1,400 yards. Touchdowns, we're looking at 13, 16, 13, 9, 14, 6, 13, 15, 10.
What team was he on now?
We're talking San Fran, Philly, and Dallas.
Who was his quarterback in San Fran? So McNair and Romo. Or the other two?
McNabb.
McNabb. My bad. McNabb and Romo.
Yes.
Who was his quarterback in San Fran?
San Fran, you're looking at Jeff Garcia.
Pull up Jeff Garcia's stats.
Why are we doing this? Jeff Garcia, 25,000 passing yards, 161 touchdowns, 83 interceptions. And this was over 10 years.
I'm going to pull up something.
Again, this isn't all just like... I get what you're saying. I'm not even trying to argue about... I still have him as like a top 5 receiver.
See, that stutter is crazy to me. We're just going to go that 1 year right there.
I've guaranteed 3 guys ahead of him. That's it.
1 year. You know who Kevin Kolb is?
Kevin Cobb?
No, Kolb.
It's Cobb.
Is it? Who
Yes.
is this nigga?
That would have... Yeah, I think he played Kevin Cobb. Yeah, I think he played for a bunch of teams. Kevin Cobb.
Hmm?
Yeah, I've heard of him, though.
Oh, that's crazy.
I heard of him enough to know his last name, right?
This nigga had 8 interceptions, was a starting quarterback for the Cardinals that entire year. Larry Fitzgerald had 1,500 yards. He had also had 9 touchdowns, all of which were thrown to Larry Fitzgerald. Oh, my bad. Or we can go to the next year where Larry Fitzgerald had 1,300 yards, and this nigga threw 16 interceptions with 8 touchdowns, 6 of which were thrown to Larry Fitzgerald.
Yes.
That was Larry Fitzgerald's.
I still have Larry Fitzgerald's top 5. I just have him at number 4.
How? His 2 highest years.
I still...
Kevin Cobb, 16 interceptions and 8 touchdowns, and then 9 interceptions with 8 interceptions with 9 touchdowns, all 9 of which were thrown to Larry Fitzgerald.
I just value... I have 2 receivers. Jerry Rice is number 1, no doubt, right?
Okay.
No question about him.
This nigga's peak was wasted on motherfuckers like Kevin Cobb. Kevin Cobb! That's who this nigga's peak was wasted on. Kevin fucking Cobb.
Okay. I'm not necessarily saying you're wrong. I totally agree with the fact that he had the dysfunction.
Or the next year, it's funny, the next year in 2012, 3 different motherfuckers popped up for a passer.
Yeah.
None of which graced 1,000 yards. But Larry graced 13. So you're talking 3 different motherfuckers threw me a touchdown, and I had more receiving yards than all of them.
I have him
I
at
had more
4.
receiving yards. 4 is crazy. 4 is crazy when he played with nobody ass niggas for the entire when he was like 25 to when he was 30 is right when your biggest peak is. You are at your physical prime. Not a single motherfucker worth a while threw him the ball. Kevin Cobb was the best. And then this nigga did not play another down in the NFL after his stint with Arizona. He wasn't even a backup.
He had Kurt Warner during his prime. Those were 2 years, right?
My nigga, when he was drafted, Kurt Warner was his quarterback when he was drafted.
Right.
In 04.
Okay.
Kurt Warner left. He had Kurt Warner for more than 2 years. He had Kurt Warner for 4. Kurt Warner left, came back in 08, and went Super Bowl in 09.
So he had Kurt Warner twice?
And Kevin Cobb, my nigga.
And he had Carson Palmer.
For like 3 years.
Carson was there longer than 3 years.
That's probably true.
Carson, he's definitely there longer than 3 years.
I'm gonna pull that one.
Carson Palmer is definitely there longer than 3 years.
Hold on, I have it here. I have it here. Hey, I have it here.
Okay.
Hey, fuck out.
I'm searching something else.
1, 2. No, he was not. 2017, 2016, 2015, you motherfucker.
And 2014. He played 6 games in 2014 with Arizona.
Oh, yeah.
And 2013.
I didn't see that one. My fault.
What are you fucking talking about?
Again,
What are you fucking
that
talking
still
about?
doesn't even grace. He played with nobodies.
You said he had how many years with Warner? You said 4 or 5? He had 5 with Warner, and he had 5 with Arizona. That's 10 years of having Kurt Warner being a Hall of Famer guy, and Carson Palmer, he is a Hall of Fame talent, won't end up being a Hall of Fame guy.
McCown, Leinart, Cobb.
Liner was #1 overall pick. I'm not going to try to argue for Liner.
Rosen. This nigga had a Josh Rosen.
He had ass, but I'm saying he also had good quarterbacks too.
Not,
You're trying to make it sound like he had
to the
nothing.
fucking level of what T.O. did. He had all these guys. Palmer was 35. Warner was 40.
Warner's still one of stat wise maybe not, but he's still like an all-time great quarterback. And Carson Palmer will go down as one of the more, not as an all-time great because he didn't do winning enough in Cincinnati, obviously, as you knew. But when it came to a talent, he's like a
No, he was a
he's a dude. Like, he's a legit guy.
He was phenomenal. He is what Joe Burrow will be in next year if we don't start winning. We're about to history repeats itself. And this shit's about to repeat.
I'm just
I knew a dude. I knew an older guy I used to work with.
Yeah.
When Joe Burrow wore number 9 and they drafted him, the dude literally sat in the shop like this is like history's gonna repeat itself. He's like, all this shit's gonna happen again. Palmer's gonna happen with Burrow. It's all gonna go downhill so fast. And it's man, that's crazy how shit lines up.
yeah, no doubt.
But again, Fitzgerald played with so many years of fucking.
I totally agree.
Quarterback play they had. Jerry Rice, I probably would have been that good no matter where the fuck.
Yeah, Jerry, it didn't matter. Jerry,
it just so happened.
he's undisputed. Jerry Rice is undisputed.
No one can argue. He had a fantastic quarterback play, but there's very few receivers I know that can seamlessly go from one dude to another dude and then have the same kind of work ethic all the time. There are stories about the day after they won the Super Bowl, he's back at the facility training.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah,
and then to have Jerry Rice has longevity and peak.
yeah.
You're telling me he was how old with Seattle?
Oh,
Still put up 1,000 yards?
Yeah.
You're telling me he was with
I think he played 20 years worth of football. Like,
he was 40 with Seattle. I think
Yeah.
he was 41 with Seattle. He's the oldest player to catch a touchdown. And he put up 1,000 yards. And he had 2 years in Oakland where he put up 1,000 yards. He's 30 years old.
yeah. He's undisputed. Like, there's no question about him.
I can't argue that. But I can argue you played with probably 2 of the best quarterbacks ever. No one goes from one Hall of Famer to switch to another dude for him to also be a Hall of Famer. That's crazy.
True.
That's crazy.
But everybody he had after that was all ass.
True, but again, that's the thing. I'm not going to argue that. You were good everywhere.
Yeah.
I can't fight you on that. You were 41. I think he was just shy of 1,000 at 41.
Yeah.
In Seattle, he put up like 900 and something yards.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody else doing that.
Yeah, no question. Again,
he played with, I think it was Rich Gannon, who wasn't a bad quarterback.
Fine.
But he's fine.
Yeah, no question.
But again, I don't personally.
You value the consistency of Larry Fitzgerald. I value a little bit more. It's not even that. It's about the style of receiver. I just like the guys that can make the huge, big plays. And seeing Randy Moss do what he did throughout his NFL career, being the big strider and being able just to head top people all day long. And T.O. doing exactly the same thing. Maybe that captures my imagination a little bit more to where it gets me in that way.
I didn't see either of those two play for very long.
Honestly, when it comes to Randy Moss, I watched his years in New England, but other than that, nothing.
I didn't catch any of it.
T.O., actually watching him play.
You would have had to have catch him on the Bengals.
Bengals, yes. And Eagles. I got the Eagles and Cowboys.
But again,
because I definitely remember him going and getting on the star.
Yeah.
I remember that.
But again, I got none of that. I got
for
all
sure
of Larry Fitzgerald. It's like the heights and like
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And that they could not be stopped.
Yeah, no question. No, I totally agree.
So again,
until they got to the Super Bowl, of course.
That was a penalty.
It doesn't. For what? James Harrison, the interception that he took all the way back to the fucking house.
No, there was a penalty in that play.
Fuck you.
I've seen
Fuck
that.
you. You're not gonna try to fucking take that away from James Harrison. He took that all the way back to over 100 yards, the longest interception in the fucking Super Bowl history. You're not gonna fucking take that. You're not gonna take that shit.
Where it was in the corner that you did the last pass.
Yeah.
I can give you that. That was a touchdown.
Yeah.
100%.
Fucking amazing throw, just as good an amazing catch too.
The interception, though, fuck you. There was a penalty.
There's fucking no interception.
Fuck you. There was a penalty.
The longest. Nobody could fucking catch James Harrison.
Okay, fuck you.
Longest interception return of all fucking time.
That big nigga is not
in the Super Bowl.
James Harrison is many things. He's not fast. But fuck you.
Longest interception return for a touchdown Super Bowl history.
Whatever.
Don't do this to me.
Whatever.
Don't fucking.
Whatever.
I don't want to do this.
There's plenty of other play. Fuck you. Hey, it's too late now.
Too late. Can't take it back.
Like, I hate when people do that shit. You see, like, it was a new angle of the throw to fucking the player on the Bills saying, "Oh, he had reception."
Oh yeah, they try to like rehash it, and I'm like, again, the first couple of days you want to be mad about it, cool, but like we can't be like we can't even like 2 weeks later, 5 years later, and still try to rehash it shit. And I'm like, come on, dude. Josh Allen, and he owned it himself.
I know, but like y'all are excited.
If Josh Allen ain't fucking blaming that play, then y'all don't have no fucking right to either.
They're citing that one play
as the reason. It wasn't
like
the reason.
There wasn't 9 other plays that could have helped.
Yeah, no question.
You know? So I'm like, y'all are picking one thing to be upset about.
It was just it's the Josh Allen apologists that go take it too far.
The Broncos aren't in the playoffs anymore either. So who cares?
Yeah, exactly.
They're both at home. Cry.
No question. Do I think that Buffalo could have beat New England if that game would have been in New England?
Josh Allen's not hurt.
But Josh Allen did have, again, he would have played through that shit. It didn't fucking matter.
Yeah,
and Drake May was playing like ass. He's played like ass all postseason, and nobody wants to talk about that shit. He's played against great defenses, but he has looked like he's played against great defenses. He had 3 great three touchdown throws when it came to the Houston game. Outside of that, he's played like fucking ass. So nobody wants to talk about that shit. Well,
I understand. Everybody's like, oh, if they can get after Sam Darnold, they can make him scared. I'm like, they have probably one of the better O-lines in the NFL right now. I think they know that if they let a team get after Sam Darnold, it'll freak them out.
And guess what? You're not going to get after him with 4, so you're going to have to send blitzes. And guess what? JSN's going to cook whoever's on him.
Because you're going to have to leave him either one-on-one or one-on-one with the safety, and then you leave Cooper Kupp open to the other side, who, real quick, fire number 2. Cooper Kupp has been balling.
I think Devontae Adams still probably the best number 2 in the NFL. No, T. Higgins best number 2.
Oh.
Devontae Adams is like right there though. T. Higgins is way more dynamic. He's still in his prime of his career.
I think that's what I lean towards more. T. Higgins is younger. I love watching T. Higgins.
But Devontae Adams is like he's like top 5 in touchdown catches this year.
Oh,
And there was a point he was leading the league in touchdown catches
But
before he got
again,
hurt.
Cooper Kupp is a fire number 2.
Fire number 2. Yes.
Um,
I only mentioned the Devontae Adams thing because I'm like, nobody's going to tell me that they were wrong for giving up Cooper Kupp and getting fucking Devontae Adams. Nobody's going to fucking tell me they made a wrong decision.
No, I agree with you the whole way on that.
I just, some people like to want to go there, and I'm like, come on,
again,
dude. It's Devontae fucking Adams.
They got a receiver who's more of a big play threat, and he can do a little more. He's a little bigger body.
Yeah.
But
And it's obviously athleticism for Cooper Kupp went downhill.
And that's fine. They had 2 small receivers, Cooper Kupp and Devontae Adams. And Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua. So they picked up Devontae Adams just for Seattle to be like, I'm going to copy that with their big body receiver, and they just picked up a smaller receiver. They're running the same system, but a different player is their number 1. Like, it's the same thing. It's the same. Seattle's Green Bay used to do it with Randall Cobb and Devontae Adams.
Yeah.
Smaller receiver, big body receiver.
Yeah. No
it's
question.
really simple.
Yeah.
But very good number 2. Seattle bodies their shit, right?
Do you want to get to that? We haven't talked about Super Bowl whatsoever. I got nothing else to talk about when it comes to Hall of Fame and all that.
No,
So,
Luke Kuechly made it in.
Oh, Luke Kuechly, awesome. Another peak guy. He didn't play that long.
Yes.
But at his peak, he was
Here's the
insane.
thing, is he was at his peak the entire year.
Oh, his whole career, yeah.
So that's where he was at his peak and consistent.
Yeah.
And after like his 9th concussion, he was like, I think I'm done.
Yeah, for good reason. No question.
Yeah, but again, he's one of those players where I think it's a perfect of everything. He probably was one of the best defensive players of all time. He only played 8 years.
Yeah.
But during that time, he was the best defensive player.
No question.
He was one of those players where
he played for an ass franchise, so like the winning part was the only part he was going to be missing.
But he was also one of those guys where most people believe he should be a first ballot Hall of Famer, but you only
was this his first year on the ballot?
It was
his first ballot.
Yeah.
Oh dang.
But again, most people also believe that if you don't make it this year, I think it's also okay.
Oh yeah, for sure. Nobody was going to riot
because you didn't play long enough.
Yeah, for sure.
But even if you're not a first ballot, you're guaranteed.
And I do think it'll make it harder now because think about it. Now next year, people are going to be freaking out. So now it's going to be Robert Kraft, Bill Belichick, and Tom Brady getting it all at once, and that's going to take up 3 spots. So it's going to
number of spots.
Yeah.
How many spots?
I think you're only allowed to have like 6 per year or something. A max.
Who's up?
I think there's a max.
Now the question is who didn't make it this year and who's up for it next year?
Max amount of Hall of Famers per year. In the Pro Football Hall of Fame, there's a maximum of 9. 5 modern era, 3 seniors, and 1 contributor. So they have them spaced out too, to where like you have to.
Hey, let me ask you a question. It's going to be Tom Brady, Robert Kraft, Bill Belichick, and Rob Gronkowski.
Yeah.
They're going to let him in too at the same time.
And Big Ben's going to have to get in too. Big Ben's going to get in the first ballot. He deserves to be in the first ballot. He is a 2-time Super Bowl champion.
Oh, dude. Fucking Adrian Peterson's up there too.
Yeah.
And he probably should make it first ballot.
And it kind of splits out because the contributor will be Robert Kraft because he didn't get in this year. He should be in next year. The seniors will be Belichick, should be in one of the 3 seniors. So now you talk about the 5 modern era, and those are going to be taken up by Tom Brady, Gronkowski, Roethlisberger.
And you have 2 more spots.
Eli's not fucking getting it. Oh, fuck it.
You have 3 more spots, right?
Yeah, then you have 3 more spots.
Okay.
No, 2 more spots.
Yes.
5 modern era, so you have 2 more spots after those 3.
I'm not going to cap at you. I don't really. The motherfuckers that are going to be up for it next year, probably Adrian Peterson. So that's 1. But, like, Cam Newton's not making the Hall of Fame.
I'm not saying he should never. He definitely should. But like, I don't think anybody's going to be complaining if he doesn't make it first ballot or even second ballot.
I'm not complain if you don't make it at all.
If he waits again, you have 25 years to get in.
Fuck.
You have 25 years total to get in. If you don't get in within 20, because I think after like 10 years of being up for the ballot, then you go onto the senior ballot. But like, the seniors. So like, if you don't get in within 25 years, like, come on, bro. Like you don't deserve to be in.
Antonio Brown.
No, he's not first ballot.
I think they may make him wait for a while.
Again, that's another guy they're going to try and make a statement
This is
on,
a
and
bad
I'm like,
person.
yeah.
Andrew Whitworth. He should probably be a first ballot Hall of Famer. But since
He does have a Super Bowl ring.
And he was one of those guys that was on an ass team and very good. He was on the Bengals for a very long fucking time.
Yeah.
And he was very,
You're not
very
wrong.
good.
You're not wrong.
But he's a tackle, so he's going to be a second ballot Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Alex Mack, the really good center.
Yeah. Again, the offensive linemen are a little bit weird unless you are like one of those dudes that had like crazy accolades or you're like known as like the best at your position for like your whole career. You're not getting in the first
Whitworth
ballot.
is damn close to that guy.
He is, but it's,
That and he was always on the field.
he was.
That's a big thing. And we were talking about on and off the field. He's a 2-time Walter Payton One of the Year.
Oh yeah, that stuff does. It should be those things should be bonuses,
Of like, hey,
not
he's just a great person.
demerits.
Yes. Yes. And then like Richard Sherman's up there.
That should be treated. That should be
Terrell
treated
Suggs.
like tiebreakers.
Terrell Suggs is up there next year.
He shouldn't be a first ballot.
Eric Weddle's up there.
It's not first ballot.
Richard Sherman's up there.
Nope. Not that he should never get in, but no.
Not this time. I actually don't think Sherman was ever that good of a DB. I think he benefited
had,
on a
like-
really good defensive
He
system.
had like 3 years of like really good
Where it was
play.
again, but I think he benefited on
That
that defense was crazy.
I totally agree, but I also think that having that corner, and plus they played a lot of zone, so like it wasn't like he was like doing a lot of one-on-one type of things.
He wasn't doing anything.
So like
That's where
I'm just again he was when you look
Again,
at him on the field,
I understand.
is he a Hall of Famer or not? He's a Hall of Famer.
Yes, but with DBs I base more of, hey, what system were they running?
No, I get
Like
it.
Darrell, all the fucking Jets did when Darrell Reeves was playing was run man.
Yeah, you have that side, homie.
So everybody was on an island.
They told Darrell Reeves to be on the island. Heck, guess what? They told Darrell Reeves, you take their best receiver, and then we'll handle everything else.
Yes, and you're talking there. I don't know what year it was, but it was the same year Ocho Cinco played him. And the only see, I'm about to give you some fucking credit. The only person that had more than like 20 yards on him was Terrell Owens. But like Reeves Island was a thing.
Oh no, it was a real thing. Yeah.
Your number one receiver is not getting more than
Yeah,
5
no,
yards
yeah,
tonight.
he's literally locked everybody down. Like no
Yes.
questions
And
asked.
that's what he wasn't an interception corner. He wasn't a
He'll get them. He wasn't allergic to them.
no.
But it just like got to a point where they weren't even throwing his way no
You're
more.
talking this motherfucker's going to end up with 7 deflections.
Yeah.
Of that ball's not even touching your receiver's hands.
Yeah.
Or there's one play specifically. I don't know who it was to. It was Andre Johnson, I think is who it was.
Another great receiver.
He wasn't a first. He was up for the Hall of Fame this year. He didn't make it.
Yeah, nah.
But I think he should.
Oh, he'll get in. He will get in. But
That was the only receiver that had. He had 60 and 40. But Andre Johnson was a big ass receiver.
oh yeah, no question. He was
That
awesome.
was probably the biggest receiver he faced. Sorry, it was a podcast he was talking about. He was like, Andre Johnson was the hardest to guard.
Yeah, I totally.
And
agree.
he said it was because it felt like Andre Johnson was trying to run through my face. He was like, there was times where I could have stuffed him, and Andre Johnson's already touching me before I could even get to him.
I guess we're not maybe mentioning Calvin because Calvin is just a given, right?
He's already a Hall of Famer.
Huh?
He's already a Hall of Famer.
Oh, he is. I'm talking about when it comes to like the hardest to guard. I'm like, if he had to face and they probably didn't face each other a lot because Calvin was in the NFC.
They
And
probably only faced each other once.
a few times,
And
max.
even then,
He saw a lot more of Andre Johnson than he ever saw of Calvin, because Calvin spent his whole career in the NFC, and
AFC.
Calvin Johnson was in the NFC, and Darrell Reeves was in the AFC the whole time.
Oh, my bad. I thought you were just talking about Andre Johnson. Yeah, he saw Andre Johnson.
Oh, Andre, yeah, he spent most of his career with the Texans.
He probably saw him
a lot more, even probably more than that.
Most likely.
So yeah, but I just mentioned Calvin because like Calvin is like literally Andre Johnson on steroids. We can't have any more disagreements here. We have to get to the Super Bowl.
No, I don't disagree with you. I would say more like Andre Johnson is Calvin Johnson, but healthy. Because
Andre Johnson had a longer career, but Calvin
he
was.
did, and I think it's because how big Calvin Johnson was.
I'm just saying at their peaks, we all know Calvin Johnson was like he was the double and triple teams weren't enough for Calvin Johnson.
This nigga was 6'5".
And he was still fast too. That's what fucking.
That's the
he
was
was
the
a
biggest problem. Is he was
freak,
6'5".
literally freak
no
of nature.
Should be 6'5" running that motherfucker ran a 4.3.
He was.
What are we
the freak of nature of all freak? Like he made freaks of natures look normal.
Yes.
Like he's like, come on, man. Man, the Detroit Lions have fucked up some real crazy careers if they would just treated their players right. Calvin.
I don't even think they're the worst team in sports ever to fuck up careers. You ever heard about this team called the Angels? They had 2 top 10 players that most people think of all time, and they fucked it.
Oh, one last thing. Our brother was watching some type of YouTuber do this, and he was talking about the worst franchises. And this dude tried to make a claim that the Arizona Cardinals was the worst of all sports teams. Try to make the case that the Arizona Cardinals was the worst franchise in sports. No. Especially when he had reasons he didn't include the Lions. And he didn't include the fucking Browns. Because the dude messed up and didn't realize the Browns have been 2 different teams. So the stats he used for the Browns saying, oh, they've won championships before, that's the fucking Ravens.
Yeah, that's the Baltimore. No, it doesn't count. That's the Ravens, you fucker. That doesn't count. That's the Ravens now.
He tried to use that for the Browns.
Like,
no,
the Browns from fucking 2000 to now.
Yes.
I still don't think they're the worst. I would beg to differ. It's the Athletics.
I can get behind that. I can get behind that.
No, it is the Cincinnati Reds. That is the worst baseball team of all time because
they did have the big red machine though.
True, that was years they were good from like in the 90s where they lost 3 World Series in a row. Huh?
Was it the 80s or
90s? 80s. It was 80s.
It was the 80s.
It was further, but again, they lost 3 World Series back to back to back.
But ever since then, they've been literally
abysmal.
dog
and before
ass.
then, they were abysmal.
Yeah.
That's probably I'd say it's one of the baseball teams because they're so much older.
Yeah, because there's a lot more history behind how bad some of these teams can be.
Like the Reds have existed forever.
But like all the NFL teams, you go the fucking Cardinals. Not even fucking close.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Not even fucking close. Cardinals aren't even close to the worst one.
You're talking like, especially because some of these teams ain't existed very fucking long.
Right.
Like the Panthers only existed since what, 05? Like they're new.
The fucking Jags?
Dude, the Jags, no, they've only existed since like 2007.
So I'm just sitting here like
there's some of these teams that aren't even 30 years old. So like
I'm just sitting here like there's a lot of teams
Jags
that go
might be younger than me.
Than what?
Than me.
Jags are not that young. I think the Jags are around before the Browns. I'm pretty certain the Jags been around longer than the Browns. New Browns, not old Browns. Because again, that guy didn't make that distinction. He tried to put it all in one. And I'm like, no, that's the fucking Ravens. Which is why I had to tell our younger brother, like, that's the case. Like
they introduced both the Panthers and Jaguars in the same season.
What was that? Like somewhere in the early 90s?
93.
Yeah. Okay, so we both agree there's nowhere near the fucking Cardinals. Cardinals not even close to the worst NFL franchise. They've been to a Super Bowl. Like in the last 20 years, they've been to a Super Bowl.
Yes.
Like, come on, bro. Like, we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
I remember the last time I saw the Athletics in the playoffs, let alone the Reds.
Like, obviously we're not even into like hockey, so like we can't even be close to that. So like when it comes like MLB franchise is probably going to be up there because they had a lot more years of losing. So I'm just sitting there like, Ben, the freaking Cardinal, and I even was so confused. I'm like, are you talking about the St. Louis Cardinals? But like even St. Louis Cardinals had some years where they were doing well in the early 2000s.
Charlotte, dude. God damn, that's a bad team.
The Hornets and Bobcats? Or are you talking about basketball? Or are you talking about
basketball?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Charlotte.
You fucking
See, that's 2 different teams.
It is, yes. Yes, you're not wrong.
The Bobcats became the Pelicans. And the Hornets are newer. So
With Jordan starting the franchise.
Memphis. Back when they were in Vancouver.
Yeah, I'm sitting like there's
That's not a bad one.
A lot of other teams to think about, and I'm sitting like the Cardinals nowhere near close to that. All right.
That is a hard one.
It is hard. It is hard. But
Basketball's probably not the one.
These are ideas we should probably write down and actually go and
Basketball's definitely
do.
not it. I can say almost every team has a championship. Damn near. They probably have closer to like 3 or 4 teams don't have one.
But I think the basketball they have a lot of the same issue with the NFL. They have a lot of newer teams that don't have the history to like be able to like down them in that way. To be able to like use it as a negative, like, oh, you haven't won a championship in like 20 years you've been around. So I just feel like there's a little bit of like you have to give them a little bit of like a reprieve, I guess, to a certain degree.
I don't know. I'm not giving them that shit. They've been around forever.
But yeah, we should probably talk about some of these ideas when we're off season with no football around. We have other things to talk about.
Yeah, hold on, time out. I am not giving the Nets any credit. They have been around for fucking ever.
Oh, that's been around for a long time. Yeah.
Now the rest of these teams, nope. I'm not giving the Suns shit either.
Suns been around for a while too.
Y'all had young Steve Nash.
They did, but they did make a couple NBA finals. Didn't they make 2?
3.
So but at least they got there. There's a lot of teams that didn't even get there when they had great players.
The Pelicans, Timberwolves, Grizzlies, Clippers. Those 3, the Clippers, you are not getting a fucking pass from me.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Y'all motherfuckers were out there doing goddamn
Lob City
360 windmills. Now I can't say Lob City every single time they made it playoff. One of the 3 of them got injured. True,
but I'm saying they still had those years where they had some really awesome players.
They did. But again, the Clippers are 30 years old?
Right, yeah.
I know the Grizzlies literally are like 15, 20 years old.
No franchise.
Because they were in Vancouver for like 5 years and like, shit, no one's here.
Yeah.
There's no one here. Let's go to another small market. I'll never understand that.
Hey, so again, when you're going from different country, because obviously when when it's all based in America and you're going from Canada, I feel like it makes everything that much more difficult. By the way, I know I'm trying to get into basketball. I mean, trying to get into football. Did you hear that they're having a game in Australia next year?
Yeah.
Do you want to know the 2 teams that are fucking going to Australia?
Go ahead.
What are the worst teams you could think of to have to go to Australia? If you're thinking about time zone wise.
Time zone wise?
Uh-huh.
Oh, isn't it West Coast team?
Uh-huh. Both of them. The Rams and the Niners.
Fuck!
That's a 19-hour fucking flight. We're fucked. Like that's fucked.
That should be a good game.
Yeah, but you're gonna be asking that's gonna fuck their seasons over next year. Do you know how fucked their sleep schedule is gonna be when they have to like go and do that?
Both those teams are losing the next week.
That's literally the other side of the fucking world.
Yeah, they're both losing the next week.
Literally other side of the fucking world that you're making them go to play that game.
Fuck, because they wouldn't come across the U.S. They would go that way towards Japan. So they'd be making like a stop in Hawaii, going over making like another stop in China, and then going over making another stop in fucking
like that.
They'd probably making 3 stops before they even go to Australia.
19 fucking hours.
Yeah.
19-hour flight. Like that's insane.
You know, maybe they'll probably only make 1 stop.
Again, they probably have enough money. They can probably do it all in one. Maybe
no
just
way,
one.
no way,
not all the way in one.
No, so they're making 1 stop.
1 stop.
But you're talking by the time you make that 1 stop, you're already in a whole fucking different time zone.
They could go the other way. They could go east and stop on the East Coast. And then do a 1 big flight from there.
Yeah, but even then, if you're going all the way across, that's still 8 hours.
It's still longer. Yeah, still
so
longer.
You might as well just go that way, 8 hours, and stop in like a China, India, Japan.
They're having like 6 games in the overseas next year, or was it 9? But yeah, that one being in Australia is an absolute like. I get it. Football's big there. It really is.
We're playing in. The Bengals are overseas next season.
Yeah, there's 3 games in London. There's I think Sao Paulo again, Mexico City, and then
I think that's ours. I think we're in Mexico.
There's
City.
A game in Germany.
We're either the game in Mexico City or the game in Germany.
But I'm just like I get it. It's a big market because they all like football, and I totally understand. But I'm just like, you're gonna fuck over those 2 teams for weeks.
They're 100% losing the next game.
Maybe their next 2. Even if you give them a bye week, they're going to have 2 more weeks of like their sleep schedules being ass.
I think most teams that when they come back from overseas, they usually get smacked the week after.
They usually get a bye before how they've usually done it. They've either done a bye before the game so they can go out early and get their sleep schedules right, or a bye after.
Who'd they fuck? They fucked somebody this year. I think it was the Jaguars, where they went and played in London.
Well, the Jags got to be there for a few weeks though. Like they were there for multiple weeks in
They
a
were
row.
there for 2 weeks.
Well, at least they got to go there and like get their sleep schedules right, and that's still only a few hour difference.
True, but I think it was who did the Jaguars play the first time?
I think one of those games they played the Patriots.
No, it wasn't them. It was somebody else. I know they played somebody. I think they played on a Thursday night, and then the other team had to play again that Monday.
The 2025 schedule. They did. Where was the game? Everbank it's not Everbank. Nope, wrong one.
How much do you think the overseas tickets?
Wembley. So
London.
Rams and
Maybe it was the Rams.
Everbank. I thought they played 2 games in London, didn't they?
I'm pretty sure they did. 'Cause I remember them staying there for a week.
Or was it because they had a bye week after? No,
they definitely played 2 games in London. You're right. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Go on to your last thing.
Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, fuck.
That's it. Like that's the last thing. Honestly, I thought this was gonna be a shorter pod, but we're 2 hours.
It's never a shorter pod.
It's never. But I'm like, I literally thought.
Stop saying that before pod.
I didn't say that today. I really did. I didn't actually say that before the pod today.
Again, I kind of expected. I haven't been on a pod in 2 weeks.
It's a lot of shit to talk about.
It was snow was one of the reasons. It was snow, and then I was sick.
Yeah. Super Bowl. It's happening on Sunday. Got the 2 most unlikeliest teams that ever thought were going to make the Super Bowl this year.
I think Sam Darnold is. Never mind.
Both of these teams have had the very opposite paths to get here. The Patriots had the easiest schedule in the NFL throughout the regular season. The Seahawks, I think, had the hardest schedule throughout the NFL this season. Playoff-wise, Seattle had a little bit easier of a draw. They did have to face the Rams. And then you had the Patriots who kind of worked their way up by facing some really good defenses. But the offenses they played were all ass. And had their worst days possible with C.J. Stroud and all of that, where he really had the worst game he's ever played as a pro. So bad, he's cut off his dreads, by the way. CJ has now cut off his dreads. He's back to look like how he looked in high school. Which kind of makes sense when guys go through stuff like that. Usually dreads come off as like one of the first things.
His dreads look like turds.
Well, they're gone now, so it's all good. But I'm just sitting here, and then you get into the Super Bowl.
CJ has some big-ass lips.
Yeah. Again, we can't be black dudes talk about other black dudes having big lips.
We don't have huge lips.
We don't, but we're light skinned.
And it's not as bad as Travis.
Oh, Travis Hunter's is bad.
He's like Quinjon Jock.
Our younger brother calls them both gorillas.
I called Quinjon Junkins a predator.
Jesus Christ,
bro! Their lips. It's crazy.
It's bad. It's not good. So,
like their lip to face.
Cliff Kingsbury is going to McVay's staff to be the OC.
It's crazy, bro. Like he's like Travis Hunter's face is like 40% lips, and then like 25% teeth.
Okay, Super Bowl. Talk about the paths. You have 2 very young coaches. Obviously not young. One very young in his NFL coaching career. You have Mike Vrabel, who's been a coach for a long time. Lost a job in Tennessee. Took a couple years. Was it 1 year or 2 years off? 1 year. 1 year. Came back with the Patriots. Took over a 3-win team to get them all the way to the Super Bowl. Drake May, a young quarterback. Sam Darnold, old quarterback. Drake May looking like a superstar, young phenom. Sam Darnold has been through a lot of shit. Had a lot of years. I think he's like 8 or 9 years in now. Has been through a lot. Had a lot of down years. But the last couple years, he's really like found his own. He had a couple bad games to end the year last year with Minnesota. Heck, Justin Jefferson would love for him to still be in Minnesota. Kill to be in Minnesota. But then he's like, this year has really found a home in Seattle. They brought him in. He's great. Him and JSN have a great rapport. And they have a very young team with a very young defense, very young coach. Looks like they might be on the rise, and if Sam Darnold really has found a home here. And now they have to face each other in the Super Bowl. And I think as of right now, Seattle is a 4-point favorite still going in.
Yeah. Did you hear that Drake May hurt his throwing shoulder?
But apparently they've stated he's healthy now. He's fine.
I think he's gonna play. He could have torn that bitch, and I promise you, probably was still gonna play.
Yeah, but here's my thing: how bad was the injury really? Because nobody's ever said how bad the injury was. They've only said that it has been a problem for him for a while. Is this just them trying to cover their own ass because of how bad Drake May has been this postseason?
Maybe, but I don't know.
Like a shoulder injury doesn't make you fumble the football like he has been. And he's been still running around as if the shoulder injury isn't bad enough. So we can't, if he's good enough to go out there and make some good plays, you can't like try to like cover for him when he's playing like ass.
Is this the third time we've seen Seattle and the Patriots in the playoff together, in the Super Bowl together?
No.
The first year they didn't beat the Patriots, did they?
No, they beat
The Broncos.
Broncos. Yes, because that was the game where like literally the first snap got thrown right over Peyton's head, and that was like a terrible Super Bowl for the Broncos. So yeah, the first one was against the Broncos, and then but they've faced each other twice in the past 10 years now.
Yeah. Sorry, I was just thinking about it. I was like, I definitely remember Seattle in the Super Bowl 3 times.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
was like, but I feel like I don't remember the Patriots in the Super Bowl with them 3 times.
No.
Okay, my bad. It was just.
No, it's all good. No, that's actually a pretty good thing to think about because they have faced each other twice in the Super Bowl.
I think I actually believe this may be a very boring fucking Super Bowl. There is in my brain, I'm sitting at like a 45% chance we watch Seattle stomp a fucking mud hole through them.
That is definitely a possibility. Yeah.
Let it be known, the Broncos and the Texans made that defense look real fucking good. That defense isn't.
Because of how bad their offensive lines are.
Yes. That defense isn't that good.
No.
They're good. They're fine.
Yeah.
They're stout. It's the best word.
They're not going to make mistakes.
No. But
the only real crazy game changer is Christian Gonzalez. Outside of that,
true. And I think Christian Gonzalez is very good. But I think what Christian Gonzalez has on a lot of receivers is that he's a big corner.
Yeah.
JSN's 6'4".
Not to mention they move JSN around. No, JSN's not 6'4".
6'3".
No.
Bullshit.
He's like 6 foot, 6'1".
Is he really?
JSN is like the Kyler Murray receivers. But again, I think he's still faster than that. But that's the reason why he dropped 20 was because he didn't have the crazy physical skills of some of the other wide receivers in his draft class.
More like he only had 1 year of game tape. That's what the biggest problem was. Is he was coming off an injury-riddled season.
He did. But again, he didn't play for most of that season though. It wasn't like he kept coming back and playing.
And you wonder why he slid, bro.
But
It's not because he wasn't athletic. It was because he was injured.
But that was what they were talking about though. They used the same thing on him as they tried to do with Chris Olave. Oh, he can't be a number one, and then they both come in and they can. Chris Olave was number one right away, and JSN had to wait a couple years because he was on a team with other receivers they had to give the ball to.
Chris Olave and Garrett Wilson.
No, I'm talking about when it came to him getting to Seattle, where he was with DK and with Tyler Lockett.
Oh, no, they were just being dumb.
And then as soon as they let them both get out of town, JSN is now putting up this amazing season that he had. So, but they tried to use the same thing on him as they did with Chris Olave, but, Chris Olave is still a little bit bigger. JSN is like right around 6'1", 6 foot.
He's 6 foot even.
So, but again, they use him everywhere. They use him on the field. They put him in the slot.
He's shorter than Jamar Chase.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But I think I can make the case that JSN might run the best routes in the NFL.
Just running routes?
I just think when it comes to being a young receiver that still has the speed to make you pay, but because obviously there's older receivers that have been doing it for a while that can still run very crisp routes, like Devontae Adams.
Okay,
but I still think JSN's even more dynamic.
I think the best receiver at just straight running a route, and we're just talking, he runs really great routes. I think Ladd McConkey runs the best routes, but he doesn't have all the other stuff.
He can't do shit else.
And that's what I'm saying.
Okay, I got that. I was trying to make that case too.
JSN's not the best at running routes. When it comes to running routes, is Ladd McConkey is I'm going to stand here in the slot. I'm going to route up this receiver, this DB. I think JSN has JSN's probably the second best guy at doing it, but he has everything else around it. You know who he reminds me of? He reminds me a lot of Michael Thomas. of how he plays.
But Michael Thomas was a much bigger receiver though, and Michael Thomas didn't
Michael
have
Thomas was the 6'3", 6'4",
big bodied. I'm a like you can't put the ball
throw
around me.
this bitch right here.
Yeah.
And I'm about to get another 20 yards after it.
Yeah.
But
JSN still has getaway speed that
I
Michael
agree,
Thomas never had.
But how they play is very similar, and how they use him is very similar.
Yeah.
He is never in one spot on the field. Sometimes he's over here. Sometimes he's in the slot. Sometimes he's down over there. Man, fuck, we may run the fucking jet sweep at this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like
They move him around.
Yes. And
they make it very hard to say, hey, he's going to be on this side of the field at all
yes,
times.
And they're very similar receivers.
It doesn't matter. He'll still cook you, but like they're gonna make it that much harder to get a lock on him.
I agree, but in the way that they can do the short route and catch the ball and get another 6-7 yards after it, they're very similar. Yeah. But also, I'd say JSN's a big play threat.
Oh yeah, no question.
Like he's catching the ball in stride and running.
He'll cook.
Michael Thomas is a downfield. People. You are throwing that ball up to him. And he's catching it for 30, 40 yards, and he's going down.
As much as people like to talk about he doesn't have the straight speed as like a guy like Jamar Chase, he's still cooking people and being wide the fuck open.
He is.
Because of how shifty,
Again,
like his such
Jamar
short
Chase
area quickness.
Is that he is probably the fastest receiver in the NFL.
Yeah.
Like he's active receiver. He's probably the fastest receiver.
He turns into a running back when he catches the football real quick, and he's a very hard guy to bring down.
Like he's 4.2 speed.
Yeah. 4.2 is probably a little aggressive. 4.2 is incredibly fast. 4.2 is like otherworldly fast. He's probably sitting around 4.4. I just want to make sure because 4.2 is like a really high, crazy thing to put out there.
Ooh, you lucky motherfucker! He ran a 4.31. Motherfucker, he ran a 4.31.
I'm saying there's a big from anywhere from the 4.2s to 4.3 is a massive gap. It doesn't sound like it is number wise, but is a massive gap what it looks like on the field.
4.31
is a gap. It's a huge gap. It really is. It doesn't sound like it is, but it is.
Dude.
Again, he's right there. He's right. He's in the ballpark, man. He's in the ballpark. Not really. I think he's a ballpark over. I think there really is a massive gap between 4.2s and 4.3s, even if it's high 4.2s. It is, man.
This nigga JSN ran a 4.5.
Again, it doesn't. But again, it's not all about straight quickness because he's been cooking receivers. He's cooking DBs no matter what anyway.
I understand.
No matter who you are.
It is not that big a world between a 4.2 and a 4.3.
It is.
It's not.
But it is.
These niggas are running a 4.21, yeah. But if they run a 4.28, could Jamar Chase 4.31? Shut the fuck up.
It looks different.
It does not.
It does look different.
It does not.
Maybe it's a placebo effect. Maybe.
It
looks different, though. It looks different.
It's not.
I've watched a lot more drafts than you, a lot more combines than you. When you see somebody run a 4.2 and see somebody in the 4.3s, it's like, I don't know.
I watched John Ross run it, and we drafted that nigga 9. Real quick, it was so fast. It was so amazing. He never played it.
But again, that's because he has feet for hands, not necessarily because he's not fast.
No, that's also because he couldn't get on the field, and he had feet for hands.
Yes, but the feet for hands definitely that was literally the starting point. You couldn't do anything.
Oh no, he couldn't.
And then once he did get on the field, he got hurt. So it is what it is.
No, they used him as a gadget guy.
So outside of just JSN, they have other guys, huh?
No, not
John Ross was
Washington.
Yes.
He was a gadget guy at Washington.
No question.
That's how they used him. Because I remember his draft tape when they draft, they show him tape. The first play is a jet sweep.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like,
yeah.
But then again, I was also worried when Tyler Boyd got drafted because of all the body catches. He came out of Pitt.
Yeah. He's still going to be a pretty good receiver throughout his NFL career.
Actually, he was a very good receiver.
But outside of Jason, they have a bunch of other guys. They have Rashid Shaheed, who is like a special teams monster. Punt or kick him the football and give him a lane. He's going to take it, and he'll take it to the house.
He's for hands, ain't he?
No, he can. He can catch, but I just feel like when you put him on a team with JSN and Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, but I feel like he's always been a better special teamers, even when he was with the Saints.
No, because he was a good receiver with the Saints, man. He was putting up 1,000-yard seasons.
His best thing was his. It was his.
Yeah, no, for sure. He can still make.
Return,
Yeah.
But like they have guys like Kenny Walker. They have
Kenny Walker. They use him out of the backfield.
Zach Charbonnet.
Charbonnet tore his ACL, so he's not. He's done for the. He did that 2 games ago.
Rashad Penny.
Very old running back. Not even there no more. A good pull though. Very many years ago.
Danian Tomlinson. I don't know.
Never played for the Seahawks.
Rashad Penny played for the Seahawks, right? Rashad Penny. He played
Yeah,
for Seattle.
Brashad. I think it's Brashad Penny. Yeah,
Something like that.
running back. Yeah. Also, Mike Bobo, wide receiver. He got a touchdown in their last game. I don't know why I mentioned it. Was just funny because everybody bet on him to get a touchdown when he ended up getting one, and they got him like plus 3,000 odds. It was insane. But no, they have a lot of dudes offensively to get the ball to. Kenny Walker's big on running the football, and he can get the ball out of the backfield as a pass catcher. The offensive line is still. I think the offensive line is probably the best O line that the defensive line for the Patriots have faced this postseason. So this offensive line for, yeah, no doubt. Especially again, they faced the Chargers in the postseason, Houston, and I guess the Broncos was a really good O line that just didn't have a quarterback.
The thing that pissed me off is you were stressing out a fucking backup.
Yeah, no doubt. And this offensive line was great. So I think that's going to be a real big issue for the New England Patriots defense to have to deal with, on top of the fact they have so many guys. And again, what I talked about the last game with the Rams is like, hey, put the ball in Sam Darnold's hands and make him have to win the game for him. But that's what he did last game. And I think for me, I'm not going to sit here and say that there is no chance that Sam Darnold has a bad game. But I also think with what he has done so far in this postseason, I am more confident in him having a good game than I am in Drake May, because Drake May has been playing like ass all postseason. So if I have to ask one of these quarterbacks to have a good game or just a normal game, I'm going to put more of that on Sam Darnold because at least he's done that this postseason, unlike Drake. And then defensively for Seattle, I think they're the second best defense I've watched all year long. I put them right below Houston, like literally right below Houston, because they don't get as much pressure on you from their front four. But with the guys they have in their back end, safeties, corners, like they just have a bunch of freaks back there. They get after you. They can get hands on balls. Nothing's going to be easy. You're not going to get a lot of big plays on them. One of the weaknesses for that Seattle defense is that they are a little bit susceptible to the quarterback run. So if Drake May will be able to find a little bit of a few avenues to kind of like use his legs and get some extra yardage there. But my whole thing is that Seattle defense is very hard to face when you're facing them for the first time, and they have not faced each other this year. So I think overall, I'd probably give Seattle the little bit of the nod. But going to the Patriots side, Drake May, I've talked about him. He hasn't really played all that well this postseason. He's done enough in every single game to get the win, even if he's not playing all that well. So, but again, I'm not going to sit here and feel confident that he'll go out there and be able to light the world on fire against that Seattle defense, who's been very good this year. Offensive line for the Patriots, not been good, kind of been bad, especially at left tackle. And I just think that, why am I forgetting that guy's name? Will Campbell. Will Campbell has been having issues all year, and I think a lot of the issues with the pass rush for the Seattle Seahawks. Maybe not as big of an issue as facing guys facing Houston, but I still think it'll be an issue. And then the receivers obviously they have a decent run game. I think they want to run the football. I just think that's going to be very hard against that Seattle defensive line that has some pretty good D tackles. And then throwing the football, I think that's going to be their only option to try to really win this game. And I think that's where the issue may come, because Drake May just has not proven that he's going to be able to go out there and just win you the game by throwing the football in this postseason. Defensively, we already mentioned this. The Patriots are a team defensively that is just not going to make a ton of mistakes. Christian Gonzalez is probably their best defensive player. They have some pretty good defensive tackles that they paid in the offseason to come play for them, but their defense is not necessarily going to light the world on fire and get a lot of pressure on you. So I just think that if the Seattle can keep Sam Darnold upright and get that ball to JSN 7 to 10 times, and then use the other guys on their offense to get the ball to Kenneth Walker and run the football, just keep their offense moving, I just think that Seattle has more avenues of winning this game than the Patriots do. If there's a blowout in this game, who do you think would get the blowout?
I think Seattle would blow out the Patriots.
I just think if you have to score, and the only way that Patriots win this game is if this game is somewhere in between both teams, anywhere from 10 to 20 points. And I think the game has to be close at the end, because I just think that in all aspects, I just think that Seattle has more ways to win than I think the Patriots do. And I just think that in general, I think Sam Darnold's been playing better football. And I'm not going to sit here and try to like say that I'm going to be very confident Drake May will come out and light the world on fire. So, and coaching wise, I will give the coaching wise this. I think if I had to give one coach the edge, I think I'll probably give the Patriots coaching staff probably the edge over the Seattle coaching staff. But at the end of the day, you still have to go out in the field and do it. And I just have more trust that Seattle's going to be able to do whatever they want to do, game plan wise, in comparison to what the Patriots will be able to. Let me think. How do you see the game going? What do you think the score is?
I think it's going to be 32-7.
You're gonna predict a blowout? You think it's gonna be like that?
Blowout, dude. I think they blow them though.
That's like the same. That's like what they did to San Fran. I'm not. Like you. I do think Seattle wins the game. I don't see the Patriots getting more than 1 or 2 touchdowns in this game at all.
That's crazy. You see more than 2.
No, I don't see more than 2.
Despite you see 2 at all.
2 is in the cards, right? I think 2 is definitely on the table. Because I just think Drake May will be able to run around a little bit, get him some extra yardage and stuff like that, get him into some shorter fields. So I'm going to go 28-17 Seattle. I just think overall that defense is going to be very hard. Because here's the thing about that defense and what Seattle does. They're a very fast starting team. If they're going to jump on you, they're going to jump on you quick. And not to mention with their special teams, they get them some very short fields in a hurry with Shaheed returning the football. So what happens is when these offenses are facing Seattle's defense for the first time. Oh, the one issue that I do think with the Seattle defense is that Nick Imanwari, the safety that they drafted, did hurt his ankle. So he was limping coming into the to practice and stuff like that. So I'm not sure how good he's going to look when game time starts. So that's my one worry. But outside of that, I think Seattle overall has just a better football team.
I agree.
And I think that I have more faith
Sam
in the
Darnold.
offense. Yeah. Even though it feels weird to say it.
Yeah.
It feels weird.
But I trust Sam
But
Darnold.
I'm just like, Drake May just hasn't done enough for me to like sit
He's going to
here and
rewrite
believe
his
in it.
entire NFL career.
Yeah,
if he wins
man.
the Super Bowl in a fucking day, in 2 years.
Yeah.
Which shows how shitty of an organization the Jets are. Because coming out of college, he could sling a football.
No, he was good. No doubt. And I'm not going to blame just the Jets because I do
No,
think he
I
was
think
having his issues.
I agree, but I think the Jets didn't have a staff to coach him, brought a quarterback in that was young and needed help, didn't give him any help, fucked him up, and then shipped him off.
I agree. No, I agree with
Because
that.
as we can see, that's what they fucking do.
Yeah, no, the Jets are very good at that. No, you're not
Quick
wrong.
question.
Yeah.
When an embryo is taken and frozen and then placed back for the baby to be had, is that baby there as old as its embryo is? Or since it was just born, is it a new baby? Also, imagine being frozen as an embryo just for your parents to name you Doug.
Where is this fucking coming from?
Just answer my question.
I don't. Once it's frozen, it's not aging no more, so it's not the same age.
It's still aging.
If it's frozen,
Ice is fucking dated. It has a fucking age. So yeah. When they carbon date ice, yes.
yeah.
Is it like leap year?
I just
Because when people can be born during the days of the leap year. You're allowed to be born on those days.
yeah, obviously. What do you tell you to hold on? You had to wait till.
Well, that's the thing.
March?
Some people when they have the kid, doctor be like, hey, their birthday can be on this day, or it can be on February 28th, or it can be on March 1st.
Yeah.
So some people, like I had a friend who his birthday was March 1st.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't. It was February 29th.
Got it.
But he'd be fucking 5.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
So it's like,
Yeah.
that's dumb.
Yeah, yeah,
That's dumb.
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So sorry, it was a question. I'm on Twitter. They froze an embryo in 94. And then he was born on July 26, 2025. But he's classified. It was the class. They were confused because
but it's
technically the kid is 30.
Yeah, but it's not. Like
That's the question that came up.
Okay, fine. I was thinking like the real aging that we all look at doesn't start until you're born.
The first link is it's scientists arguing of, hey, that kid's 30 because the embryo is 30. So scientifically, he's 30.
Okay, maybe.
Sorry, it was something.
I think it's a little over my head. I think I consider myself a relatively smart guy.
They do it with animals all the time.
Yeah,
but so they'll introduce them to the population, take an embryo from one of those, and then let them go on for a couple of years, and then reintroduce basically just a clone.
Yeah.
To try to diversify the gene pool again.
Yeah.
And they'll do it over and over again to keep trying to diversify the gene pool.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's weird. But that just goes to show when it comes to the Super Bowl, man, I just feel like there's not a lot of drama behind it. It's just two teams that never thought they were going to be here in the first place.
I don't care.
Seattle won 10 games last year, didn't make the playoffs?
Yeah.
So, like, they had a good team last year. It's just they taken an even bigger step up. And then New England, does it make you feel weird that not a lot of people believe that New England's going to win the game? Does it make you feel like, oh, man, are we all sitting on our losing side of this and we're all going to look stupid on Monday morning?
I don't see a motherfucker over there wearing 12. I'm not stressed.
Yeah, I have that same feeling. I really do. But I'm just like the gambler inside of me, hence you calling me a gambling addict. This makes me feel like, man, so many people are on Seattle to win the game that it makes me like, man, like, are we all on the wrong side of this? I don't know. Again, when I watch football, Seattle's the better football team. You just do a domain expansion on me right now? That's crazy.
That's idle gambler.
Yes, Hikari.
Sorry.
But yeah, there's not a lot to talk about. The game is the game. I'll be very excited to watch it. I'm going across state lines tomorrow to make sure I get a Super Bowl bet in for heads or tails. Don't shake your head at me. You want to go.
I'm broke.
Then don't go.
And you're a gambling addict.
But you want to go. You're saying you're broke, but you want to go.
Yeah, I don't got shit else to do tomorrow. I have 2 jobs to do tomorrow. I'll be off fucking noon.
So you're going to...
I'll be off at like 10, 11.
Okay, so you want to go, but you're not going to make a bet? You're just going to be in the car?
I'm broke. Did you have to pay rent for it 6 days ago?
No, obviously not. But
Was your electric bill due today?
Okay, so you're just going to go just to want to like talk about how much of a gambler addict I am?
I like driving. I just like long drives. I drive myself, and I drive a lot. So it's kind of nice just being in a car and somebody else is driving me places.
Okay. You just can't be a Debbie Downer because there are going to be 2 people in the car that are going to be making a bet. Can I ask you? So if you're not going to be making a bet, can I ask you a question? I haven't introduced this to Stefanzo. Obviously, the other person making a bet. No, not tails. I'm in my brain $40 to $50 on the bet. Okay.
1 to 10, I can get you put $200 on it.
Is it better? No. Is it better that I put all on just on one and don't hedge, or put like 95% on one and put a little bit because it's such an easy bet to win? You're either one or the other. Put $45 on one and then put $5 on the other to at least get something on the back end. Because I don't want to do this. Because I wouldn't want to do that against like.
Nah, that's gay.
That is gay.
Heads or tails, motherfucker.
Heads or tails. Okay, I just want to make sure.
What you mean?
I want to make sure I'm not crazy.
Look
I'm
at
like,
me. Look at me. Put $1,000 on tails.
I'm not gonna put. That's
bro,
insane.
it's like Madden in like 2008, bro. Tails never fails.
Let me tell the story real quick, and then we'll get out of here before we go.
Put a band on tails,
okay,
bro.
So we're in a state you can make bets, but you can't make a bet on prop bets like that. And where we're at, there's gonna be 2 states that we are close to that you can make a head to tail bet in the Super Bowl.
Putting his life savings on fucking tails.
So I made this story with our stepfather that it'd be very cool if we go across state lines, make a bet, don't tell each other what we're picking, and then come back and we won't know until the coin flips and we see it hit the ground, and either one of us could win, both of us could win, or both of us could lose. And I thought that'd be a very cool story. And I'm like, it'd be a very cool, fun thing to do. It probably will be, my stomach will probably be turning by the time it happens, because I don't put like $50 down on bets all the time. I just don't. I've never have. So the way I look at it is that I think it'd be a very cool story. I wouldn't do this by myself. I feel like I think just the story of it is just as cool as making the bet itself potentially winning. So that's why I want to do it. I think it'll be a very fun thing to do. And should I make a bet on how long the national anthem is going to be? They make bets on that. How long the national anthem is going to be. Kind of insane.
Yeah.
Prop bets go crazy for the Super Bowl. It's awesome.
Yeah.
What?
Sorry, I just saw a bad use of free will.
With me?
No,
or
no,
okay.
no. I was watching a dude cook and eat a bull penis. Whole thing.
Oh,
like,
that's okay.
Stem.
All right,
connector,
fine. All right,
balls,
I'm done now.
Everything. And the first thing I thought was, this is what you're doing with your free will. You need to be restrained.
Okay. Just don't give me more details about that. I want to throw up.
That's a bad use of free will.
Yeah, very bad.
Bad use of free will.
Do you have anything else you want to talk about today? We're 2.5 hours in, which is fine because I haven't podcasted in over a week, so we're all good. Got nothing?
The possible number 1 overall pick in the NHL draft is being charged with assault, which is going to end up carrying a 20-year prison sentence or $25,000 fine. It was the kid from Penn State.
Okay.
He is most likely gonna pay the fine.
Okay.
Sorry.
Why do you know this? It's not like you follow hockey like this. Like, so who do you know that told you about this?
I like sports.
Okay, that's weird. All right, before we get anything else, let's go ahead and end the podcast here.
No, my bad. It was my first thought was, damn, was it worth it?
Why? Yeah.
The NHL draft's a month from now.
Okay. Well,
So he ruined his life in a month.
Yeah, that'll do it. Again, I'm not going to sit here and say like you would like for Pete to look at people and be like, hey, if you have an opportunity in front of you to make a ton of money and like achieve your dreams, you would like not to make a bad decision.
I know, but
it's happened too often.
I know, but like, hockey's a hard sport to get into because it's one of those.
True. Yeah.
Unlike a lot of other sports, hockey is played world round.
Yeah. No doubt.
Like overseas hockey is very, very big.
Yeah.
So this is not a sport it's easily to get drafted into.
Yeah, but all these situations are not easy to at all, and then they all make
I know, but
crazy decisions that can ruin it.
Overall pick means something in hockey like a lot.
Yeah.
And for this, it was over something stupid, like the dumbest shit in the world, and my brain goes for this suburban white kid to ruin his life. Like that pisses me the fuck off.
It's one of those things that people are stupid. So like when it comes to in the moment, it almost seems like a skill for people to be able to see the forest through the trees.
I know, but like you
and
might,
be able to kind of take a
step
step back.
To 20 years in prison.
Yeah, no doubt.
Because you did something so fucking stupid.
Well, you could say the same thing about the wide receiver for the Raiders, Henry Ruggs. All he has to do, he has enough money, he could easily buy a driver, but he goes behind the wheel drunk, and then kills somebody, goes to jail, and pretty much ruins his NFL career. So, and he had a bunch of money. Like, he was a good receiver. Like, he was probably going to get multiple contracts and have a nice long NFL career. And then he made one bad decision and it ruins everything. And I'm not going to sit here. I don't want to sit here.
Out of prison soon.
He does, but still, like, when he comes back, there's no.
He went in when he was 23, 22,
something like that. He was still very young.
He was on I think he was just at the end of his rookie contract. So I think he's 22, 23.
So bad decisions happen all the time, and money is involved, and it just keeps happening. So I'm not going to sit here. It happens too often for me to look at one particular person and be like, you're especially stupid. Like there's just something that happens, and when one split second moment happens and you're going to make a decision that you probably wasn't good for you, and it is what it is. So I don't know. I don't know. It's a weird. I feel bad, but then at the same time, when you say it's stupid, I agree. It's a stupid thing. Like you could have made a different decision.
Yeah, I don't know. It was something I saw. I just follow sports pages, so it shit that got me. So I started looking into it, and I was like, damn. Dude, that was fucking dumb.
Yeah.
That was dumb.
You like for people that like that to have people around them to make sure that, hey, before you do that, let me just get you out of here before you make a bad decision. Rappers can go either way, but like people in the music industry.
What's the thing? People in the music industry have that one person where that is their job.
Like every successful person has that one person in their life.
Get me the fuck out of here.
Get me out of these bad situations.
Yes.
Like that is. And I think if you are a successful person, you should have that person in your life that can be the one to, no matter the situation, be like, hey, the calm one in the room, only looking out for your better judgment and better interests to where you don't put yourself in these bad spots. Because, again, a lot of times, these are all stupid decisions. This is like
proof.
Avoidable stuff.
That's one. Proof.
Yeah. Again, why crush Eminem when that happened because hey, that was my guy.
That was my guy. He kept
ride
me
or
there.
ride or die.
Yeah,
that was it.
He kept me perfect. He kept me healthy. He kept me in my right mind. And after he died, he spiraled for 2 years.
And then until he
came back,
kind of figured out.
Better.
Yeah.
But sorry, that was the first one I thought of.
Yeah.
He was stupid detrimental.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Again,
My bad.
That's a universal thing.
Also, the longest penalty with the most ejections was read last night in hockey. It was a minute long.
Should I act like I know what you're talking about? Because I don't follow hockey at all.
It was the Red Wings and the Pittsburgh Penguins.
I know the teams, but when it comes to any sort of specifics, when it comes to hockey, I'm no use.
The Red Wings are from St. Louis.
Okay.
And the Penguins are from Pittsburgh.
Isn't that Detroit Red Wings? Not St. Louis. All right, let's end the podcast here. It's Detroit Red Wings.
I think it's the St. Louis Blackhawks.
No. That's Chicago Blackhawks. Blackhawks.
Toronto.
No, Toronto is the Maple Leafs. How do I know more about these teams than you do?
How much about hockey?
I think St. Louis is the Blues. Pretty sure. I might be insane. Go ahead. This will be the last thing before we really end the podcast here. I'm going to go ahead and start the outro, and then you can tell me. You can interrupt. If you've been listening, we're running the podcast here. If you've been listening for a while, we appreciate you. If you're just now joining on, hopefully you like us and enjoy us.
They have the same fucking logo. That's why I'm confusing them with the fucking...
Was I right? Was I right? Is it St. Louis Blues?
It is the Blues. But
yes!
Them and the Red Wings have a very similar logo where it has a little fucking wing on the end and then it's a circular thing.
Yeah.
But theirs is a musical note.
Yeah.
But they look stupid similar when I look at them.
Yeah. I know what I'm talking about.
And the Red Wings, it was Detroit.
Let's go.
I was right about the Blackhawks, though.
Chicago.
Yeah.
You didn't say Chicago. I said Chicago. You did not say Chicago Blackhawks.
My bad,
You try to say St. Louis Blackhawks. I'm like, no. You listen a while. We appreciate you. If you're just now joining on, hopefully you like us and enjoy us enough to join us on this ride of talking about sports in the dumbest way possible. And if you do like us and enjoy us, if you could do a couple things for us, we'd appreciate if you could like our podcast, subscribe to the podcast, rate the podcast 5 stars wherever you listen to us. We're pretty much available on all audio platforms out there, so we should not be very hard to find wherever you listen to your pods. And, that's gross. And if you also could you, why'd you show me that? Share our podcast with friends, family, enemies, anybody you feel like could enjoy the podcast we put out on a weekly basis, with it being 2 times a week during the NFL season. And then last but not least, follow us on Twitter and or X, whatever you like to call it. At JB Sports Pod is the podcast handle. At Jovante Boozer is my handle. And at Jace Boozer1 is Jace's handle. And I'll hand it over to Jace so we can finish off the pod.
This has been the James Harden Podcast. Thank you for listening. Thank you for always listening. Please have a nice day and a nice night. Goodbye, y'all.
Bye, y'all. Have a great Super Bowl, and we'll talk to you next week.